Probably just not as big as Michael's.
You can tell your lies. I don't
We're
really
live.
care what you feel inside. All you ever did was make me cry. Maybe one day we are on the No Jumper News. Gina and Suspect will be here in a little bit.
And we are live.
Shout out, Lush.
What's going on, fool?
How you doing, brother?
Chilling, man.
Damn, I just locked in probably one of my favorite things I'm gonna do on here ever.
Oh, that, can we say what it is?
Yeah, I think we can say it, right, Josh? We can say it. I just locked in a Chaka interview that's gonna happen in January.
Anybody that's clued in even slightly to the world of graffiti is going to be beyond juiced about that.
I know, but my thing is like he's such like a secluded type of person, which not really because he's like probably the most famous tagger like ever. Like you're literally like the biggest tagger ever in the world. Like you were a kid from East LA and just took over the graffiti world at some point, and it was just like, wow. So I'm excited for that.
Nah, that's a holy grail interview right there. You really can't get much bigger. You know, I would love to interview Saber as far as like graffiti goes.
Saber's a legend as well.
And Saber, like, he is really outspoken with his political beliefs and stuff like that.
I haven't really seen too much of his stuff. Honestly, I wish I would have kept my old Instagram, like the one where all my graffiti shit was at, because I follow like so many legends and I will be able to keep up and keep up to everything going on. But I'm busy doing so much that like my homies on there gotta keep me up to date with certain things, like certain fools that are getting up and stuff like that.
Yeah. Why'd you get deleted?
No, I deleted it. I was like, fresh start. I'm doing this Instagram stuff, like social media. I don't want my both worlds to clash. You know what I mean? But I would definitely love to sit down like with the MSKs, with the CBSs, the CAs, the OTRs.
For sure.
There's a lot of legends in this space.
I grew up
that I would love to sit down with.
I grew up like with a lot of the AWR and MSKs.
Oh yeah. Oh, AWR is also a great big crew.
And they're like AWR and MSK are kind of like they're clicked up.
But
like Eclipse and Steel, and Chunk and GK and all them dudes.
Yeah, there's like a huge. But I remember seeing like even like the trick shit, like the J4Fs and all that.
Yeah.
Dog, that was like one of the craziest things ever to me when I was a kid.
R.I.P. Triggs.
R.I.P. Triggs from J4F, MSK. Where else is he from?
And Tunerville Reefa.
And in Tunerville, he also gangbanged. But yeah, man, shout out them for being a huge impact to our culture, especially the graffiti culture, the hip hop culture. Graffiti is hip hop.
People don't realize in L.A. how just LA's graffiti city. You feel me? Like it's
we're definitely second to the Mecca, which is New York.
Right. But even then, like the way LA kind of ran with it and then combined it with the tag banging and just it became a whole different culture that really didn't exist anywhere else. And it's so back in the day, if you were like an MC, if you were a rapper from LA,
you were most likely a tagger as well.
Yeah.
But that's what I tell people. Like even like when the backpack rap was in, like the Self Provokes, the Velvet Wonders, the Foras, they were all real graffiti writers.
Yeah.
Still are graffiti writers. I don't think Forrest. He makes like super love music.
Selfie still get up. Vel still do her thing.
You know what I mean?
Rev still do her thing.
You know what I mean? But that fools were all real graffiti writers. You know what I mean? That's what you do. You want to go paint and listen to hip hop.
1000%. And even that's like a newer generation compared to
all the old MCs.
Yeah, like fools in the 90s. And even like, bruh, you would see in gangster rap videos, fools like gangs had hand styles and all
I definitely remember a lot of like old hip hop music videos, especially from New York, where a whole verse would be being rapped like super low quality camera, and then there'd just be a tagger bombing in the back.
Right, like I mean, R.I.P. Tame One from the Artifacts. He passed away recently. I would say is probably the greatest combination of MC and writer ever. You should look up his stuff.
What's his name? Tame One?
He's from New Jersey. Yeah.
Okay, from the East Coast.
Yeah, from the Artifacts, and he had they had a song called "Wrong Side of the Tracks." The whole video was just like
just them bombing,
burners and stuff.
bombing and burners.
The whole song's about it. And then obviously Company Flow LP, they had the song "End to End Burners." The whole video, like while they're rapping, there's like an LP once said that he models his style of rapping after like wild style burners.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like the burners where you can't even
understand
decipher what it says. Like
even to this day, when I see some of the legends, like when they're bombing, I'll be like, damn, I still don't. And then I gotta like step back, and then me being a graffiti writer, like it's kind of you're kind of looked down upon if you don't understand letters. But I'm like, oh, that's what it says. Okay.
At a certain point, though, when it gets so abstract,
yeah, the MSKs was going a little too crazy. I was like, fool, like, why is your I over your T and why is your T over your P? And I don't know why all this like
just arrows going in all
everywhere
and all that.
But bro, like, what's crazy about that is that every city has its own thing.
Right.
Like in New York, I don't think being like yeah, you're toy, but it's like when you go to New York, you still see tags everywhere.
Hella slaps.
Yeah, hella slap. But in New York, I don't think the same rules for graffiti apply out here in LA.
Nah.
So out here in LA, it's like a throwy over a tag, a straight letter over a bomb, and then a piece, a roller.
Right.
Or if you go bigger or better over anything, and then rollers and extinguishers and stuff like that. But in New York, if there's like a legend, like I remember like Taki, right? Taki was like a legend.
He's the originator.
Yeah, Taki was like an originator for, I think his name was like Taki 147 or
183.
something. 183 or something like that. Like, you can never go over his bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, his tag, no matter if he has a fresh brick, right? He has a fresh red brick, and he has a tag in the middle, you go over it, the whole New York's gonna whoop your ass.
Fools are still trying to cap it, though. You feel me?
Facts.
But, like, for me, I never really had the cleanest style, but I would just get up. It was all about just the ballsiest, most visible spot.
Yeah,
you
most
feel me?
definitely,
Like,
yeah.
You know, like, but you're right. Every city has their own style. Like Philly, it's all like they have crazy tall letters.
Yeah, facts.
They got like the tall, long extendo letters. It looks like nothing else. So they'll catch a tag where in the amount of space that we would do like a throwy.
Or like a big ass bomb.
Right, or
yeah,
it's
okay.
a whole bomb. But they'll just be like, you feel me?
Yeah, but New York graffiti is amazing. When I went over there, I was like, oh my God, this is like this is the Mecca, you know? And do you ever remember that that little like 1 hour thing that came out, documentary about the graffiti in New York? Do you remember that?
Style Wars?
Style Wars?
Yeah.
Was it Style Wars?
Well, that's the original one. I don't know if that's what you're talking about.
The
Style
one where
Wars is like the quintessential.
Fuck, the one where they're all beefing it with Cap?
Yeah, that's Style Wars.
That's Star Wars?
Yeah.
That's crazy how that word cap it travels
That's where
generations.
it came from.
Okay, so he just recently had like a pop-up where a bunch of fools brought their canvases or black books.
And he capped them all.
And then he
yeah.
capped them all. I was like, legend.
And there was even a character in the movie Beat Street named Spit that was based off of Cap. And he was like, there's a movie, it's like the first fictional hip-hop, like, graffiti breakdancing movie from the 80s in New York, and there is a character named Spit who was going and like capping everyone's burners and
I
stuff.
see what you're saying. Yeah, like shit like that was crazy, bro. Like,
No, it's super. And you know, in that movie, R.I.P. DJ K Slay, he's the dude named Dez. He's one of the writers in that movie. So DJ K Slay, one of the most famous.
Oh,
DJs.
that's him?
Yeah, that's him. For when he was like 16 years old, he's.
Wow, I didn't even know that. See, that's crazy.
Yeah. Like, some of these fools are deeply rooted in the culture. Fat Joe used to be a writer. You feel
Fat Joe, what was his name? Crack?
And he got the name Crack because when he would, like, literally, his butt crack would be hanging out when he would be, like, catching spots. You feel me? Because he wouldn't wear a belt. So fools started calling him Crack. And that's where he got the name Joey Crack. It wasn't for, like, selling dope, which people think, like, oh, you feel me?
That was Crack was all out when that fool was fucking, when he was painting.
Yeah, his crack was you know, as far as graffiti though, I really feel like as much as I'm prideful of LA graffiti, it's the stuff in different countries across the world as far as what's the most advanced.
Like Barcelona.
Yeah, like what I'm seeing out of like Germany and
Spain is crazy with
Japan.
graffiti.
Australia is insane. They have like
Really?
Oh my God, that shit is like four-dimensional. It's like hops off the wall. It's like
Honestly, I don't think I could see graffiti in Japan.
oh, there's a lot
Because of
of it.
how like developed the country is. Like it's such like quality's at a whole different place. They're very like if I remember telling my homie like, oh fuck, the homie just told me like, bro, if you're drunk and pass out on the street and your wallet's out, nobody's gonna steal your wallet in Japan.
Right.
But so I'm imagining like a bunch of tiger foods in Japan just bombing.
Bro, but you have to think about it like this.
Like in the trenches of Japan?
Beyond that, any American subculture, from skating, from hip hop,
so lowriders and cholo culture.
That's what I'm saying. Cholo culture.
Okay, you're right.
Anything that's in America.
Can I see
that's
that?
a subculture. They'll have dude. Japanese graffiti is insane.
But see, there's a lot of drawing, which
right,
is not a bad thing.
They do a lot of characters.
They do a lot of. Oh my God, we missed out one person, Banksy.
I mean, yeah, that's, you feel me. Like,
That's another legend right there.
A lot of people. I don't think Banksy's one person personally.
But the name comes from one person. Obviously, more people like. So you think Banksy's like a group? They just bomb his name.
There's there's been a rumor for a long time. Do you know what trip hop music is?
Trip hop?
Yeah, it's like a early form of electronic music. Basically, what it is from the early '90s, and it's like instrumental hip hop beats that sound really trippy. There's like people like DJ Shadow, DJ Crush. There's
something about you, Les, that people understand that you are literally a fucking history book of hip hop, and I'm not keeping up with anything you're saying.
No, so check it out.
I can't name you 2 JC albums.
Right, okay, so check it out. There's I mean you're 22, fool.
Yeah, facts.
But so there's this group, this trip hop band from Bristol, England called Massive Attack. And one of the dudes from there, this dude 3D, a lot of people say, because he used to be a writer back in the day, and a lot of people, there's been a rumor for years that he's Banksy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember
Mikey knows.
I remember seeing the history of Banksy, and then like one day he just kind of disappeared because I think he got injured or something.
Yeah. Wait, what was that, Mikey? Robo. Yeah. Yep.
That fool was beefing it with Robo, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody attacked somebody?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Well, I think like I'm pretty sure in the documentary, but like I think something like happened with like brain damage or some shit. I'm like, them fools were beefing it hard.
Bruh.
Allegedly, I don't know. This is what we've seen in the documentary.
Think about, bruh, like, you've probably been busted at catching spots and things like that. And if you haven't, I know your homies have. Like,
no, I've definitely been busted at.
Yeah,
I've been doping and tags for by my cans.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I need all your cans. Or if they're cool, like they'll just be like, hey, forgive me, I'll shoot them some cans. You know, we are catching a spot in your hood. You know what I mean? Let us go, brother.
Like, dude, like when you know that the legendary Saber spot, which was like there's the Saber piece, and then there's the MTA piece, which are the two biggest like burners in history. They're both in the LA River. That's when Saber was catching that piece. There's like multiple times where gangs were busting at him while he's doing it, like in the middle of
definitely,
yeah,
of course.
like that's so. Just of course, things we've seen it pop off to that degree. You know, like fools getting down over it, getting injured, brain damage, just like par for the course.
I remember when we interviewed the MTAs, they were like, "Bro, honestly, we were never worried about the cops. We were worried about the hoods."
Those fools had.
I'm like, there was some shit going on down there that river. It was wild.
And a lot of the members of those crews, like the MTAs,
also are
they're gang members too. So
it gets tricky, bro. The graffiti side of the LA world and just graffiti in general, it's a scary place, dog. Sometimes
it definitely is. On another tip, you've been on Pun's Ladies Night show before, right?
Yes.
Okay. What was your experience over there?
It was cool.
Like,
it was hella fun. It was like a lot of clowning going back and forth. It was a dope experience.
So when I was on there a few weeks ago,
you was cracking it.
It was lit. All right.
It was lit. Okay.
It was lit, and not only. I mean, when you were on there, y'all, the conversation went pretty sexual, I assume, right? Like,
yeah, but also like when I went on there, it was Barbie's birthday.
Okay.
So it got packed. I'm not saying it was supposed to be about me, but obviously when you have a guest, like when you went, it was just you, Illa, and Barbie?
It was me, Illa, Barbie, and Auntie.
And then just Pun.
Yeah.
Okay, when I was there, like, Pun got too high and Smack pulled up, which is not a bad thing, but it's just, it turned more into like
A party.
Like a little kickback at the live stream, you know what I mean?
Right, which is dope.
Yeah, I'm not complaining at all.
Which is dope. And it had that vibe when I was there too, except for we were chopping game, right?
Yeah.
But the conversation was very sexual.
Yeah, horny.
Yeah, very horny. Talking about, eating pussy. They're talking about how they suck dick and lick balls.
Nice.
And it was fire, right?
I gotta hit up Guam by that.
Me and Auntie start vibing like crazy, right? Like,
which one's Auntie? I don't think I've ever seen her before.
she the young thickums, you feel me?
Oh, wait, can you show me her? I'm like, can you show me Auntie?
I'll show you her.
Okay.
But yeah. And she's so at first, like, we're talking about all this sex stuff, right? And then we start at a certain point, they say to me something like that, like, oh, maybe it's because I was like saying that I was liking something that, and they were like into something different, and they're like, oh, maybe it's a cultural difference, right? I was like, oh, y'all thought that I've been talking about white girls this whole time, huh? And they're like, well, yeah, I assumed because you were talking about like sex on meth and all that. And
Sex on meth is crazy.
And then I'm like, nah, like, like the majority of the women I talk to are like black or brown. You feel me? Like 1000%. Then the whole vibe changed. I start gaming up Auntie super tough. She's feeling it. Starts dripping. You feel me?
Stripping?
No, she starts dripping.
Oh,
like,
okay.
You feel me? It's like,
Yeah.
it's just like the clitoris and.
Yeah, I'm mad at her. Yeah.
Then at a certain point, we agree to go on a date.
Okay,
We start
yeah.
chopping up. It's fire. Everything's lit. Now, after that, since that day, I've done over 20 podcasts. I've been in 6 different cities. I've been on like 5 or 6 different flights.
Gina views.
Gina in the building.
Gina, don't rush Lusher right now, okay?
GVZ.
Rush him later.
And then now she looking cool.
Almighty suspectito.
Young Gerbs. And then so then like what's going on, my guy? So then like after then I've been super busy and haven't had a chance to take her out yet, right?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden last night they're on the stream with China Mac and she's like upset that I haven't followed up with her and taken her out.
Well, you gotta follow up. Fool.
So we chopped it up and then this morning chopped it up again and
Yeah, shout out
we
Luz,
gonna
man.
need to document the little date.
Yeah, shout out
See
Luz.
how
She
it
over
go.
here knocking down black girls. Are y'all proud as black people?
She
No.
want to see she want to see
You don't think black women should date Luz?
No.
Why?
No. And I love you, Lush, but no. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. And I love Lush, but fuck no.
what
If you black and you letting peak dick in your body, that's not okay.
Oh man.
Step that shit up.
Oh man.
For his brown cool? What?
I love my brown people. I'm not taking nothing from y'all, but on
Okay,
God, I
okay.
love y'all. I'm not taking nothing from y'all.
Okay, let me turn
But
it-
Are women?
Hey bro. Hey.
Okay, suspect, you fuck Latinas?
Of course.
Ugh, that's nasty.
All right, that's cool. I'm not finna have this stupid ass look on my face that you got. Like, what? Latina? Like, nah.
Suspect,
cool.
are you racist towards interracial couples?
I'm not racist towards him. Like, I think that's cool. And I'm not I'm not the product of an interracial. I'm black. Both my parents black. All my grandparents black.
You're light skinned.
That don't mean shit. nigga.
Hey.
All my grandparents is black. I don't have no mixed people in my family.
Is there any white people in your family?
No,
Whether or not
none. And
whe-
Lush can attain to that.
Yeah, it's true.
They're black as shit.
But whether or not suspect, my lil bro approves of the swirl or not.
do your thing.
The swirl is finna swirl.
Do your thing.
Alright?
I'm
are
not
you-
mad at you.
Yeah.
But I will never link you
I'm
with my
over-
black homegirl and be like, yeah, hit her. Never.
He's
Are
for
you
sure
black
never.
Fuentes?
I ain't gonna lie. Like, if Gina didn't work here and this is my homegirl, right? And then you seen her in the mall or something, like, hook me up. No.
Suspect has seen me with black women before.
I can't do it.
So it's not like, you feel me?
It's not like
I'm
sus-
not mad.
it's not like
I would
seeing
never
me.
be angry. Like,
I could imagine like an interracial
but
couple
I
just
won't
walking.
be helping you do that.
If we imagine like a black girl just walking with a white man, right next to suspect, he'll be like, "You disgust me, bitch."
You low key do. You low key do.
And you know what? Like, intellectually, I get it, but at the same time,
I can see that. No.
Do your
That's
thing,
no,
though.
no,
Like, I'm
no.
not tripping.
No, that's a super fool. But you know how many people I know that feel the same way about Latinas dating black guys?
That's for sure. You don't know how many Hispanic females that I was talking to growing up. She was like, "There's no way you can come to my house.
You can't.
There's no way."
But it goes
Hispanic
both
girls
ways.
can't bring back black guys home.
Yeah, they
No
can.
way. Fuck no.
What do you mean? My sister dated a black guy before.
But-
he was like,
but-
cool. Shout out my guy.
I'll tell you
I
what.
think that's like a very small percentage, bro. I had,
Oh, no, no.
Your
I had
family
Hispanic
different.
friends.
Yeah, we're very open-minded.
I had Hispanic friends that they like on God, like the nigga mama told him in Spanish, like I don't usually like little black kids, but he seemed cool, like type shit. Like they racist. as
Remember
fuck.
Jeezy video with Neo,
Yeah. Yep.
and he was dating a Hispanic girl,
Yep.
and they didn't like him.
Which one? What video? What video?
Why does a nigga say he is not all black? What am I?
I thought you were probably mixed too.
I'm not mixed with nothing, bro. My mama black. My
Dog, I
grandparents
ain't
on
said
both sides is
one
black.
word.
You're already on Gina.
I said one
Nah,
word.
but on God, in black households, 9 times out of 10, they not tripping if you date outside your race. It be the other race that's tripping on us.
I don't know. Okay.
facts.
Let's
That's
okay,
facts.
but
If you would have
okay.
came to my house, choloed out, dating my sister, we would have had no problem. But if it's the other way around,
No, but let's be honest. Okay.
And Latino
No,
families
no.
are not tripping on white people dating
That's
them.
fact.
They'll be
It's the
happy.
niggas.
No,
They'll be happy.
No, no,
I've never had a hard time in a Latino household.
No, but you know what's
Ever.
crazy? Yeah, because we feel like we made it. Get papers off you. Type
Right.
shit. You know what I mean? But
I
you
got them papeles, you feel me?
You feel me? But you
Slide
gotta,
through.
See, but I feel like if a guy is dating a Latina and he's black, like everybody's like cool. But imagine let's just be totally honest, Gina. If you were to date right, we're just talking about it, just LA culture. If you were to date a bald-headed, Cortez wearing long socks, bald motherfucker, how would your people react? And 100%.
To be honest, I'm not sure. So I've never brought anybody home.
Okay.
So I've never. They probably think I'm gay. Like
Hey, they know you're not gay.
I have never brought anybody home outside of like my prom date, of course, because that's my freaking prom date. But they met at the champagne party. But I ain't never brought no niggas home. I ain't never been caught with no dudes or like nothing. I don't know how they would act. My mom, she plays this because when I was growing up, I had Hispanic best friends.
Okay.
So like all of my friends growing up, it was Hispanic. So she made sure that me growing up, I never saw color. And
very good. That's hard.
but I don't know what it's like if I bring a nigga home. That's a different race.
And
That's
me-
facts.
me
I had
knowing-
Mexicans in my house, Koreans.
But
in my
me
house,
knowing
all
the
races, nobody
household,
cared.
me knowing the household you grew up in, like as far as it's open minded and all,
Super.
but you were raised also super pro black.
Facts. I'm raised super pro black, but you can go to my house any given day and see every race in the backyard.
Yeah.
When my pop shit, it'll be 1,000 Mexicans back there, nigga. Fucking Koreans, all type of shit. So I
Bro,
ain't never grew up in a house where
facts.
you feel me. But like, nah, I definitely grew
You
up
know
in a
how
super
your dad
pro-black.
feels about me. You've heard like what your dad has
Facts.
said.
My
about,
dad'll knock somebody out for lush.
like 1,000%.
There you go. Let's make it
sure.
about you.
His dad like.
Just kidding.
His dad was pressing me to say the N-word. He was like, "I want you to say the N-word."
I'll sock you out.
Like,
Say it, nigga.
no, it was not like that. I swear. I was like, I don't say that anymore. He's like, no, I want you
Anymore
to.
is wild.
It works crazy.
I'm not going front. You
Now
feel
that I
me?
think about it, though, I don't know how this just slipped my mind. My freaking little brother and sister, their mom is Hispanic.
Okay.
My daughter mixed.
Yeah.
She's mixed with what?
I think she's mixed Hispanic. Her mama don't know.
You
Nah, some real shit.
I was like,
grew up in
I was
the
like,
system.
suspect, you don't know you
She
had
don't
a
know
baby
her,
with.
She don't know her parents. She
yeah.
grew up in the system, so I can't tell you.
But I did see your baby, and she does have like hella Puerto Rican hair.
Yeah, she definitely
Yeah.
mixed with some form of Latino.
She look
like her mom is black and Latino. Like her mom is black and something else.
Yeah, something else.
This is also a super LA conversation because in like New York City,
It's
where-
hella normal.
Where Dominicans and Puerto
And,
Ricans
yeah,
live
you
amongst
won't even
black
find
people.
those out here. Like
Yeah.
our biggest Hispanic like race is Mexicans,
It's
but if you
Mexican.
go to the East Coast, you're not even gonna find none.
Salvadorian.
You're gonna find
But there's
Cubans,
also-
Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, shit like that,
But
Trinidadians. Shit
The
like
thing
that.
is, there's
Trinidadian,
also
you
feel me?
No, that's real talk.
Facts.
But there's also like in Mexico, there's Afro Latinos.
Bro,
like,
they,
they're
man,
black
look, we don't want to
people
get to that
from
conversation,
Mexico,
nigga. Them
like-
Aboriginals, bro, y'all black too. Let's really get down to it, nigga. You can go to these small ass villages and they be blacker than me, nigga. Afros, fat ass noses, and speak complete the Aboriginal language of that village. They don't
Oh, I
even
know.
speak
Oh.
Spanish. They speak some tribal shit.
Oh, bro,
Right,
I
black
know.
as fuck.
Oh, bro, I know Latinos. Bro, I know Hondurans that look black. black. They look black, fool.
Bro,
Dark as hell.
it's called the South Atlantic slave trade, bro. They dropped us off. They dropped some of us off in South America. They dropped some of us off in Florida and shit.
So they did like pit stops.
Yeah, literally, nigga. No, literally. They was taking some of us to like Haiti. They was taking some of us to South America. And they was taking some of us to like Georgia and Alabama and shit.
No, but shout out LA because we are like a super melting pot. Especially like me from 1st grade to 5th grade, I went to like Brentwood Science Magnet Elementary. And bro, I went to school. My first best friend, his name was Ryoma. He was Korean. And I remember that was like the first time I said a Korean joke. You know what I mean?
My first best friend name was Adis.
Topics.
Let's get it. Okay. You want to start it off, Lush?
With that being said, don't get mad at the swirls. It's gonna go down regardless. So
Gervonta
Before we pivot, my brother and his fiance.
hey,
I'm not mad.
Josh's brother.
I promise. Like, that shit doesn't like.
That's crazy.
Josh finna have some black.
I'm just not
nephews
doing
and nieces.
no connections. But if you find that on your own, hey, whoever you love is who you love, dog. You know?
Okay.
Gervonta
Davis was
arrested.
arrested for domestic violence. Cops say Gervonta Davis roughed up a woman in Florida on a Tuesday afternoon, slapping her with a closed hand and leaving her with an abrasion on the inside of her upper lip. According to the docs, the 28-year-old fighter did actually and intentionally touch and strike the woman against her will and did intentionally cause bodily harm to her. Davis was arrested about an hour after the alleged incident and booked on a domestic violence battery charge. Jail records show he's still in police custody. Davis is scheduled to fight Hector Luis Garcia in a much anticipated boxing match on January 7th in Washington, D.C.
Well, that's not happening.
I mean,
it's not going to happen, bro. He's not going to fight.
That fight probably canceled.
The fight's going to cancel and his sponsors. If he's fought, I mean, you can't find him guilty right now, but I'm assuming he's going to get a great lawyer. He has money.
Do we know who the woman is? Because I saw some headlines that said baby mama. And I know what we just read didn't it wasn't specific.
That's what I thought it said too. But yeah,
like yesterday, right?
Yeah.
When the reports came out.
And that's not even just a domestic violence. His hands are registered. His hands are considered deadly weapons. Right. So he is going to be considered like assault with a deadly weapon as well, other than domestic violence.
That's facts.
And that never goes good for a boxer, ever.
For it to be domestic violence, though, one thing that Flacco taught me in Suspect was that if it says domestic violence, then that's somebody that you were in a relationship with.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, that's what domestic is.
I did not know that.
Fucking
I thought domestic violence. I thought domestic violence just meant
in the house.
if it's just a female and a guy.
Domestic violence is a video I went viral for.
Wait, Josh.
Because it could be domestic violence for dude on dude or female.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, but if they're in a intimate,
they're in a relationship.
If it has to be intimate.
That's
what about
domestic
what
means.
happens if it's a parent and someone younger in the house? Is that not
That's
domestic?
child.
No,
That's
that's child.
That's child
Yeah,
abuse.
that's child abuse. That's not domestic.
What if they're both adults?
Then I think. Oh no, actually,
Because child abuse. Then that's a good point.
It's just
Yeah.
assault.
I
It
think
don't
that's just
matter
a-
once you're an adult that that's your parent.
That's
assault.
but that is a good question, low key. That's
assault.
kind
I
of
promise you, I did not know that until Flacco had said that. I
That's
never
funny
even
as hell.
paid that much attention to the damn definition. I just thought that just me, you know?
Well,
like
like
if you
it-
hit me right now, I'm thinking that's domestic
but like-
because I'm a
funny
girl.
as hell.
But like
That's
if you beat up one of your parents or grandparents, that's elder abuse.
Facts.
That's like a
Okay.
So
well, no, if your parent's 30 and you're 15
I
and
think
you
if
get
they're over like 60,
whole yeah, something like
some
that.
shit
yeah,
like
you
that.
beat up your grandparent. That's crazy.
Well, glad we got definitions out the way. Y'all see on the Tory Lanez case,
within
they asked
home.
for definition.
Or within home. So I guess that is domestic violence then.
Typically including the violent abuse of a spouse or a partner.
But typically,
so it doesn't have to be. It could be so.
Yeah.
So what Flacco told y'all is not 100%.
It's because look, domestic.
go again, huh?
Look, domesticated means like in your house. So domestic just means household, like a domesticated dog or domesticated wolf is just it's in your house.
But it's
so
usually
it's house violence.
But it's more known.
Typically.
Fools
Yeah.
beating up their bitch or bitches beating up their man or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're above 18 and your dad whoops your ass, that's still classified as domestic violence.
Well, it depends where it happens. Like if you get
In the
that
house.
squabble at a
In the
liquor
house.
store, like
It's in the house
it's
is
just two
domestic
grown
violence.
ass men squabbling at the liquor
Got
store.
you.
Right.
But this fool beating up his baby mama it's not looking good.
I think that's that little man syndrome, bro. When niggas be under like 5'8", they just be angry as fuck. Like they like, I swear to God, bro, Napoleon syndrome, bro. Little men,
Yeah.
they do the most.
Yeah.
Because they're short. I'm not even finna do the most because I know I might hurt you. But a little nigga, he gonna tip you up.
Yeah, but he's not a normal little person.
That don't mean shit. But that's you gotta realize why he probably went to even go get them hands.
To compensate.
He's 5'3".
Is he 5'3"? How tall is Gervonta Davis?
I might be exagerating,
He's
but
five-
he's little as shit.
I think he's
you
like
don't gotta
5'5".
take me literal. Stop taking me literal when I be saying
No,
shit.
I get what you're saying, though, but like
that nigga like
since-
5'6". I guarantee you he went to go get them hands because niggas was bullying him in his neighborhood. So that's like the same thing when you a police
Damn.
officer.
5'5".
He's 5'5". Bro, you been
Yeah.
getting bullied on your block, so you go to the gym and get the ultimate squabble, and now anybody say anything, you gonna punch the bitch.
Well, you know the thing is with boxers too, a lot of them have brain damage. What's that? CTE.
That's facts.
So like they have a very
right.
short fuse.
CTE
They're-
will completely fuck your whole brain up.
Has Mayweather or Canelo ever beat up their bitch or hit at them in any type of way?
Mayweather wouldn't have CTE. He never gets punched.
Well, he for sure
He definitely got his shit
he for
sucked
sure
before.
has it,
but not like the average fighter. Yes.
So he never gets punched. That's like his thing. Nigga,
Nah, but
is
like
being
there's-
untouchable.
Gervonta Davis either. He's damn near undefeated.
Not Floyd though. Undefeated in boxing in 2022 ain't shit.
But do you ever
Ain't
notice?
shit.
You ever notice when you seeing somebody that's a boxer and you chopping it up with them? There's like this disconnect at a certain point.
I've never chopped it up with a boxer.
That I have, and I've noticed that with people, and
Fuck
even
you.
just even watching them get interviewed, or even MMA fighters, you know, like
What boxer?
That's facts.
the Diaz brothers and stuff. There's so many different examples of fools that you could tell they're not stupid.
That's facts.
But they
CTE,
they seem like they're just a little
you
bit
lose
off.
your track of thought really fast. It's hard to concentrate. It's hard to put thoughts together. You'll forget shit. All kind of shit. Like it really fuck with your head.
I love this like doctor analytics and like observing it in a sense where like let's blame it on the fact that he's been shocked a couple times in his head. But
That was lush.
yeah,
I'm not blaming it on it. I'm trying to-
but that's like saying let's just like fucking OG Suda's a perfect example that if a bully goes, you're perfectly okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's not point out the fact that he beat his bitch because she probably did some wild shit, or he probably was just mad, or it was the CTE.
Hey, some bitches need to get punched.
Let's also not act like we haven't seen him be aggressive with a woman in public before, because there's a video of him dragging.
That's what I'm saying.
There's
so.
a video of him dragging her out of a basketball game
This is facts.
There's a
that came out probably like
I
2
think it
or
was
3 years ago.
was it a basketball
It was
game or
like
a
a
boxing
kids
match?
game. It was like something. It wasn't
That
like
was in the crowd, and he was definitely snatching her out the crowd for sure.
Fuck, who was the football player that kicked the girl in the by the elevator? Was that Tyreek Hill?
Nigga, that was like Famous Dex. Or
No.
That was Young Boy. That was
Tyreek Hill?
Famous Dex,
No, it was
nigga.
a running back. Was,
It just happened.
I think Tyreek Hill, right?
Or not it just happened, but the video just surfaced,
Ray
I
Rice.
think. Yes.
Yeah, Ray Rice.
Yeah.
No, there was one that recently happened. The Jaguar. That's Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill's not on the Jaguars.
No. For they call him the Jaguar. He's fast. That's I know he's in the Dolphins, but he like kicked his bitch over by the elevator, and like he got suspended for a year. But
Nah,
this
bro, that
fool-
was when you were playing Madden full against AD.
I saw. But let's just be honest. The fight with Ryan was supposed to happen, and now it might not happen because Ryan's whole persona is like a person of God, and then he can't.
But
See? Then now we miss out on a good fucking generational fight.
Man, because boxing is shit nowadays.
It's
You
so-
rarely see great fights.
It's rare. It's
Boxing
definitely
is
rare.
trash.
It's definitely rare.
2022, nigga.
It's so crazy how like this era of social media don't take shit serious, because people was on there roasting him saying that he copped out the fight because he didn't want to fight the dude.
Literally, nigga say he beat his bitch up so he could go to jail and not fight Ryan.
Like
Who says
what?
that?
How the fuck do you come to that conclusion?
I hope they do
and
get
also-
a fight though, because at the end of the day, guess what? Then it's like, hey, you want to beat up on a bitch? We'll try to beat up on me, motherfucker. That like creates.
Ryan don't even
great
sound like that, but yeah, I get what
that
you're
would be
saying.
smart as fuck.
Like I'm defending women. Ryan's gonna come out with with Josh behind him.
But y'all better stop giving Josh
The
shit.
captain say,
I'm
oh, okay.
with Josh.
He
Thank
got
you,
the-
Dono.
Yeah, I'm with Josh. Piece of shit.
But look, y'all don't think that he might be in jeopardy of losing his license? Because remember when the situation happened
yeah,
with
That's what I'm
Blueface?
saying.
For sure
Yeah.
he is.
When that situation happened with Blueface, they dropped him from all them fights.
For sure he
It's
is.
very possible, but at the same time, that nigga just a celebrity. This nigga a real boxer.
Yeah, like if this was sucks us any type of form or way in a certain spot that we don't know about, we could easily have a seizure or break a
Because
rib.
that's like considered attempted murder, right?
Not
Assault with a deadly weapon.
Assault with a deadly weapon.
Oh, okay.
But I'm thinking if he just probably like, shut up, bitch. You know, like a little, I don't know, suspect might know a little more about the...
A little pop,
Yeah, the
a little
formula
slap.
snapping.
Sometimes you might need to do a little snuff. You might not need to punch her. Like, I ain't gonna lie, we not close fisting bitches. That's out of line.
Bro, you literally talk about close fisting bitches in raps.
All right, but that's that's entertainment. I'm keeping it 1,000 with you right now. I'm not close fisting bitches, but you might need to get popped in the lip occasionally. I'm sorry.
If you pop someone in the lip with rings, is that considered assault?
Nah, not the rings. That's excessive too. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. If a bitch put her hands on you, you ain't gonna punch her?
I'm
me
not
personally,
putting hands on a female.
Me personally, I might
Bitch
like.
sock me. That means she ready to fight. Fuck
I'm not
you
putting
mean?
hands on.
Yeah, these hands bisexual.
You
huh?
crazy as fuck. A bitch punch me, she's ready to fight. That's all I'm saying. I'm not just gonna punch you and be like, oh, and just walk off.
No, I will.
Catch do no joke. These hands bisexual is crazy.
It's fuck.
But
Nah,
but
I'm defending myself, but I'm not trying to put hands.
I look like I've been in a situation where a girl was just overreacting, and I just had to grab her and bro, get the fuck, like, don't, like, fool, don't hit me because I don't want to hit you. But I've never hit a girl in my life, swear to God. Have I thought about it in my head like, oh, I just want to smack the shit out this
Has
bitch.
a bitch just ever punched you in your jaw?
I think a girl's never punched me, but a girl slapped me before, and it made me feel worse. I'm pretty sure if she would have socked me, I would have been like, ooh. But when you slap me, you're making me feel like a bitch.
Bro, I've had bottles bust over my head.
Damn, why you didn't give her a hit of the pipe?
Yeah. Hey, y'all better than me.
That's exactly it.
Y'all better than me.
Y'all better than me, bro.
There are women who are abusive. They're like physically abusive. They hit their boyfriends. They believe in beating their boyfriends.
Fact.
That's not cool
And
at all.
then there are men who their girlfriends are not physically abusive with them at all. They just beat up on their bitch.
Yeah, that's excessive.
Yeah,
So,
that's like
We just
Either-
walk in the
either
house
way-
and just be like, bitch, these dishes not done. And just
And
get
then
the
beat
sock
her
in the
up.
bitch.
Yeah,
You need
no.
help.
Yeah, you need
help.
Either way, hitting a bitch is crazy. Like,
Exactly.
nobody should be hitting females.
Period.
But I do understand when it's some situations. Like I used to see my daddy, like his girlfriend literally squabbling him. Like,
and then he'll just be taking him on some like.
nice.
Okay, let me ask you.
Nah, nigga, he was fighting back.
Let
Just
me
like
propose.
Fuck you mean?
Let me
No, but
propose a
listen.
scenario.
Go ahead.
Let me pose a scenario
scenario.
for all y'all. You're in your homie's house, right? You're in your homie's crib, and you see him start arguing with this girl, and then it escalates, and then you see him put hands on her. What do you do?
That ain't got shit to do with me.
In front of me,
That ain't got shit
like,
to do with me.
look. This
She goes and she's all suspect. She starts
has
crying
nothing
and
to
she's
do
like,
with
I've been
"Help."
okay. Look. Hold up.
Has nothing to do with me.
Listen. I've
Because
been
you
in.
gonna try to defend it, and she's gonna be right back over there the next time you come back.
That's where I was going with this.
But you probably have to see it happen because I don't think y'all is the type of guys y'all are. Like, let's just say right now.
I'm a huge feminist.
but-
I grew up with 3 older.
You are
I
huge.
grew up with
If you
in a
literally-
household full of women.
No,
That's
but-
it.
But if y'all literally see a woman fighting for her, like, we're not talking about a girl who's like the type that's getting cracking on a nigga. If you literally see her and you just see your homeboy just,
then I'm
y'all
stuck.
probably gonna jump in or be
Yeah.
like, hey, bro,
Yeah,
calm
'cause then
down,
I'm-
bro.
yeah,
or
'cause then I'm an
something.
accessory.
Look, this
to
is
the
what I'm
murder.
gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm not stepping in. I'm just gonna say, hey, could you do that while I'm not right here?
Okay, this is where I was gonna go with this. So I've been in a situation where it got physical, and I had to tell the homie, I had to tell her, you gotta go. I told tell the homie, fool, don't do this now, because obviously I don't feel comfortable with you beating your bitch.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys go back home lovey-dovey and you fuck her up when nobody else is around, that's your issue.
not in
If she
front
don't
of
want to
me.
leave, that's her problem. But in front of me, don't beat her up, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you whoop her ass. You guys can scream at each other, tell her pussy stinks. She could tell the homie he has a little dick, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But in front of me, don't beat this bitch up.
Bruh, yeah.
Beat her up if she goes back home with you tonight, and you guys go fight in the room or in your house or in your car. I can't stop that. But while I'm here, don't beat your bitch.
Yeah, especially because if it gets to that point when I'm there, imagine what's going on behind closed doors. If y'all can't even keep it
I'm
together.
not putting on no cape for no bitch. Fuck, you sound like Captain Save 'em. Nigga,
Not really.
That shit ain't got nothing.
That's-
I don't. That don't got nothing to do with me,
You
bro.
you got the game fucked up.
Nothing.
If you think that
That's Captain Save 'em. That
not-
shit has
All
nothing
right,
to
look,
do
not
with
wanting
let
to
me tell
beat
y'all-
up a girl.
but let me tell y'all a different
it's got
perspective.
nothing to do with Captain
Let me
Saver,
tell a
bro.
different perspective.
Tweaking.
Because, so y'all know what happened with my sister. Her boyfriend literally beat her to death, beat her to death until she could not breathe anymore. So did I know prior, like, oh yeah, Gina, you know, they saying da-da-da is beating up your sister, like, you know, whatever. So, hey, what's up with you fucking with a nigga that's beating you up, da-da-da. At whatever point, I could have stepped in and been like, I could have had my homies whip him, I could have pressed, I could have did anything, and I didn't do shit. So later on, you look back and be like, fuck, if I just would have did one thing, maybe it could have prevented something. Faith is faith, right?
I think, like, if you don't kill that nigga, bro, she's gonna be back.
Yeah, my thing
She's
is
going to be bad.
That's what's fucked up about it too.
It's not about like, oh, I think it's okay for bitches to get socked. The whole reason that I'm
That's
not gonna
literally what
jump
you
in-
said.
No, listen, smart ass, while I'm fucking talking. The
Literally
whole
what you
point
said.
is the only reason that I wouldn't do that is because I'm gonna come save you. I'm gonna get into a fucking deadly war with your man. I'm gonna go back home with scars on me, and in 48 hours I'm
Now
gonna go
me
on
and him
Instagram,
beefing.
and me and him, I'm never gonna
Yeah.
fuck with him again. And now you're gonna be laid up with the nigga in 2 days.
Now we both look crazy.
Now we both look crazy.
But that can go in the same situation, like when you got if I have a homegirl and her nigga cheating on her, and then I find out, and then I go and tell her, and she tell him that I told her, and now he don't like me, and this is a little lighter, but
Yeah.
now he don't like me, and now he making me and her beef. Like it can go in like a lot of different ways.
And then I totally get all perspectives, but in overall, as a man, we're men, fool. Like, and I get it, we're equal, but at a certain point, I'll really beat the dog shit out of a bitch if I wanted to.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna do it. I know my strength. As somebody that's big as fuck, I know my strength. I know if I grab you by your fucking neck, I would literally hurt you. But me, personally, everybody can have their own perspective on this. Because me coming from a Latino culture, my mom said my grandpa used to come just drunk and beat the dog shit out of everybody. They love him to death, but let's not put out the fact that my grandpa was a fucking woman beater. Or that certain people were hella disrespectful. Let's not point out the fact that, yes, women are mostly the fucking 99% of that go through domestic violence, you know what I mean? But it's not okay, but yes.
And we're not talking about Ronda Rousey here. We're talking about a woman that can't defend herself.
But Gina, let's be honest. Let's say you were dating a guy with a size like me, and I slapped the shit out of you, Gina, and it's just, not like that, but like, Gina's smart, you guys.
Just picture it.
That shit would,
I'm packing you out.
That shit would hurt.
I've been knocked out before.
But and it was like, damn, I'm small as fuck. So imagine, like, in a sense to where I understand, like, to a certain degree where, like, yeah, and this happens with guys with sisters, where you get into it with your brother-in-law over some shit with your sister, and then it comes back, and then you're like, well, you're with this for now, and now the whole family party's awkward.
This is what I'm saying. I have a little sister. So it's like, I'm going to come the first time, but don't call me again. Because I know for a fact you're going to be back with him. And now I'm just putting on this fucking cape, and then you're going to be back.
But that's a different thing. Like, I feel
Now,
you
if I
on
do
that.
for your sister,
but
you're
there's
going back.
Nah.
There's no way you're not going back.
No, I'm going to go once. Because I'm going to be under the jail. And you're going to be laid up with him.
But but that's a different than the scenario that I brought up.
It's a little different because now you're gonna fight your mans.
Because but that's
I'm not gonna fight my man.
That's
over
a completely
some random bitch.
But that's a completely different scenario.
That's got nothing to do with you.
I feel you on that. If you keep getting called, but if you're
here's an example,
in the
right?
presence,
Here's an example.
you're in the
Here's
presence.
an example. Wait. So say y'all two chilling, and then he socking his bitch, and then you lock up on them, and now y'all fighting. Somebody gonna go to jail right now.
I'm just beating on my bitch and
You
just
feel me?
ghosting me.
It could be a full attack. A nigga pull out something, stab him, something, all because you wanted to put on a fucking cape for a bitch who gonna be back here tomorrow.
But look, there's a difference between.
That's all I'm saying.
There's a difference, but like you're adding a lot of different other variables.
I'm just saying that you don't realize how far shit could go. If the nigga's emotionally charged enough to sock the bitch, you don't think he'll do anything?
But at the end of the day,
A nigga a wild card.
At the end of the day, I'm not gonna. If I'm witnessing abuse in front of me, I'm gonna stand up, and that's it.
Hey,
Period.
that's cool.
Like,
you want to
feel
put
me?
your
Like,
cape on by all means, nigga.
No, I
that's
think
what the fuck
that-
on,
but-
but I'm not.
But
that's
listen,
not putting a cape
it
on.
is.
No, but
That's-
listen.
no.
But listen, and I could agree on some point, but for my sisters and for my mom, I'll go back a million times if I have to squabble and get shit out the way. Let's and that's just my perspective. But am I gonna fight my homie for beating up his bitch? No. Am I gonna stop it while I'm there?
That's
Fool,
what I'm
don't.
saying.
Fool,
That's
let's
what
go.
I'm saying.
Let's go. Fool, beat this
That's
bitch.
what I'm
And
saying.
then what
If
about
she's-
right? Then when he take
Exactly.
off on you, now
Well, then that's different because you mad at me for saving you for
why
beating
wouldn't
up a
he
bitch.
be mad? He's already out his mind. He already socking his bitch out. You don't
Yeah.
think he gonna get mad for you stepping?
Yeah,
in
but
front of him?
at
And
a
then now
certain
y'all
degree.
fight,
But
and then what?
No, but
Now I'm
but-
finna have a fist fight over some shit that
But look,
wasn't in my business.
But look, if it's my homie, he's gonna understand my moral, then I'm gonna understand
But
his
you trying to
situation.
help him.
Like I'm gonna be like, fool.
That's
if
helping
you
him
wanna go
too.
back
It
home,
don't wanna be
helped.
yeah, but
It
fool,
is.
you wanna go.
Sometimes
Some people don't want to be helped too, though.
Yeah, and then at some point I gotta be like, fool, well, you can't just be beating up your bitch and bringing her with black eyes to the block.
Because
You
now
know
it
what
comes
you should
down.
do?
Now
You
it
know
comes
what I'm
down
gonna
to
do?
a respect between homies.
Yeah,
You know what I'm gonna do?
no.
I'm just not gonna be his friend. I'm not gonna be talking about putting on capes, talking about I'm gonna be stopping abuse everywhere if I see it on the corner. I'm just not gonna be your friend.
Okay, that's even positive because that's you taking a stance into some type of like you standing up.
But that's negativity. But it's like this, right? Let's just say suspect is with a bitch, and he slaps the shit out of her in front of me. Mm-hmm. Knowing suspect, I'll probably be like, fool, just chill, fool, do it later. Where we're at a certain place where maybe you shouldn't do it. You know what I mean? I'll give a word of encouragement. But then, because I've seen situations where the bitch turn around like, mind your business. Well, fuck you then, bitch. Go get beat up then. Yeah. I totally understand it. But
everybody suspect doesn't want help.
Okay, but suspect in a situation, right? Knowing how we feel about certain shit, knowing Gina's past and her family. Let's just say you are looking up with your bitch, right? And you slap her and we tell you like, hey, suspect, fool, like, chill, just do it somewhere. You'll be like, you know what? These fools is right. I'm finna go beat this bitch up somewhere else where I can mind my business.
You never know.
No.
A nigga could flash out and be like, nigga, shut your bitch ass up.
Okay.
Now what? Now what?
Hold on.
Because you wanted to put your cape on.
So let me propose something else.
I'm not putting my cape on. Give me advice. Go beat her up somewhere else.
Hold on. Let me propose something else then, or let me remix this a little bit. Let's say you're with your homegirl, right? You're friends with her.
I don't got no homegirls but Gina.
Let's say
keep it a buck, and that's because we work in the same place. I don't have no homegirls.
Let's say
this my twerk flannel.
Let's say you with your homegirl, whoever that is, right? And
me too, Josh, please.
And she gets into it with her man, and her man starts trying to punch on her, or whatever. You finna intervene then?
I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. She knew what the fuck she signed up for. She came outside with that nigga. She knew. If he a soccer in the club, just like we've been saying for the past hour, what's going on in the crib? Why are you with him? That's not my responsibility. Now, I might be like, hey, my nigga.
You can't save everybody facts.
You can't.
But you probably, I think if you're in that moment, then you know how to read a situation.
Suspect has a heart. Suspect's gonna get in.
Because let's say.
Suspect gonna pistol whip.
I don't believe you.
Let's say we are talking about me. Any of y'all probably be like, okay, Gina, I'm y'all homegirl, right? But if I bring a nigga around, that's a nigga that Gina brought around. So if something happened and you see a nigga snatch me up or sock me out or something,
I'm done for them.
Y'all know in y'all mind, Gina's not confrontational. Y'all know, y'all work with me enough to know if a nigga is getting physical with her, he's the fucking problem.
I'm so glad you said that. It depends on the bitch. Yeah. It depends on the bitch. No, on some real shit. It depends on the bitch. Now, if we're saying the type of person that Gina is and the nigga punch her in the club, I already know that she's not the problem. But on God with bitches, that's the problem. You know the bitch the problem. You still finna save her?
We talking about somebody who take off on their boyfriend and do that.
But there's a difference between doing the right thing in certain instances and wearing a cape.
Look,
anytime you advocate for somebody, whether it's a woman or whatever, that don't mean you being a rescue Ronnie. There's a difference.
Well, y'all call Josh a bodyguard.
I guess. If that nigga got a cape on, so do you, nigga.
For just supporting her emotional. I think it's repeating her. That's what it shot y'all.
Yeah. All Josh did was agree.
Josh was at the slut walk wearing the bodyguard uniform.
I ain't mad at
with
Josh.
The cape on.
But see, that's just
with the cape
everybody's
on.
Allowed to have their perspectives and opinions about woman beating. If that sounds crazy.
No, it's a good conversation.
But
that's
me personally, that's just how I was raised. No matter if the only girls I've ever squabbled are my sisters. And that was like us growing up. But I'm just me personally, for any woman, no matter if she's whooping her man's ass and this was bombing on her, this is just me personally. I'ma intervene, and I've done it before.
Any perspective that you have is based on your environment and your upbringing. So we're all going to have a different perspective based on what we saw. So like me, when I was growing up, I didn't realize domestic violence was domestic violence. I thought it was just two people fighting.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to seeing a man and a woman, adults who are raising me, squabble in the fucking house. Not knowing when I get older, hold on, a nigga ain't supposed to be putting his hands on you and stuff.
Right.
You got a bunch of sisters that you grew up with. So you know that you don't want to see no nigga, putting their hands on them. So everybody like gonna look at shit different based on their environment, based on how they grew up.
And most definitely,
I'm not gonna let people
somebody growing up with a very timid and loving and small woman which is my mom, like very loving, and my dad was a dope head, like straight met crystal out. He never once laid his, and my mom would vouch. He was everything but a fucking woman beater. Yeah, he wasn't mentally, he probably drained her ass.
Okay.
Abusively, he probably went crazy on her. The only one time I ever seen him get in her face I got in the middle. He kind of snapped out of his little moment that he was having and walked out. That's the last time I ever seen him. And that's just me vouching, growing up with women. But I definitely grew up also in a block where I did see an older homie beat his bitch, and the rest of the, and this where I got this. It's just my environment. This is where I got this perspective where I was like, look, fool. In the end of the day, it is, and I understand what Suspect saying. If you intervene, right?
I get it.
And then
I'm not going to jail for somebody else shit, and then she gonna be with him, and I'm gonna be in jail.
And when I've seen families break up over shit like this, right?
Yeah.
Where like, you be my sister, right? And then me and you squabble, but my sister's stupid enough and loving enough to stop talking to me for an intervene about you whooping her ass, and we no longer talk. You don't come to Christmas, you don't come to Thanksgiving. Now my mom's sad because you're no longer around because you chose a man over your family.
I'd rather have the relationship with my sister.
You know what I mean? And I totally understand that.
Keep the relationship with my sister.
But me being a brother, I've definitely like, this is just me personally. I'm always gonna defend women. Yeah. Me and the homies, middle of the night, I've seen fools beat up their bitch. I grew up by downtown. We've seen fools beat up their bitch by the clubs in the cut, and me and the homies are 14 cracking them with skateboards. And then the bitch is getting mad at us for beating this fool's ass, for beating her ass. We still did it because that's just the morals we have. But if she went back home with that night and took him to the hospital and sucked his dick and forgave him, then it is what it is. You can't save everybody, but I'm gonna try my best to try to help. And if you don't move on or if you don't learn from that shit, then that's on you. But also I can't judge because shit, my grandma's was my grandma's was getting their ass beaten. Fucking wow, this fool just drunk for no reason.
But okay,
so cheating on her and disrespecting her.
Final scenario then, Duno. Same thing that I outlined originally. You at the crib, homies over there, and
yeah, I told you what I do already.
No, listen, but it's that boxer guy. What you go do then?
I don't give.
I think I might get shot.
What you go do then?
Just have to maybe try to use my weight on the fucking lock, but he socks me one time in the jaw.
Out.
We gotta pack him out. But just
and you gonna get a check.
And I'm gonna check. But just in general, I don't support women abuse. But I could see all the other parts where like you can't save everybody.
From a logical perspective, I totally understand what you're saying. It makes a lot of sense.
However, you gonna see a random bitch getting punched on the corner, bounce out, do something to him, go to jail. She gonna go home with him.
I'm not.
Yeah, like
at the same time, I'm not gonna allow shit like that to go on in front of me.
Yeah,
like, I'm not trying to see that.
But it depends the area. Like
I ain't going to jail for
like if a bitch getting beat up by Fig, I'm like, oh,
that's a different story.
That's your
though.
plan, bitch.
That's completely.
Or if she on Western, that's your plan, bitch.
I just live in a whole different world, so it's like these conversations are just a little.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying.
Even I'm putting myself in y'all world still, and it's.
But
like,
I definitely understand your world as well.
You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to jail because literally women, they will be right back with him. You're gonna end up in the worst position. The nigga who jumped in, them two, they gonna be bruised up, laying up under each other watching Netflix, and you're gonna be somewhere fucked up.
And this is the reason why I can never be like in the pimp game like that, because I just can't. There's certain lines that I can't cross like that. But I understand it.
But
you feel me?
even what Suspect is saying is, I don't think that's something that a lot of people are not practicing. Because even if we think, and I hate that I always relate shit back to movies, but the Michelet movie. Remember when Dre was beating her ass in the studio and all his homies was like, that ain't my business. When she had pulled up on to the studio with Suge, his homies like, ain't my business. So bitches like that, they go to them type of niggas and they don't get away from it.
Well, but hold on though, that's literally like that's conditional abuse. That's like what happens. It gets conditioned in your mind, and then you start seeking that out.
But she should go seek help, not seek me.
Not her. I'm speaking on the people that's around, that's watching it. He in the booth beating her ass, and his homies like, all right, y'all, it's time to get up out of here. Nobody, from the perspective of them scenes, nobody intervened.
As fucked up as that sounds,
it is fucked up.
As fucked up as that sounds, there's a time and place for everything. And that's just what it is.
I agree with that too.
Yeah, there's a time.
I'm not doing nothing in public. I'm gonna just keep it up.
Like if Suspect just brings his bitch to the office and just beats her ass in front of us, and then gets mad at us for getting in, like, well, dick.
I would never.
But you get what I'm saying, though, right? Like, there's a time and place. Even though it sounds crazy.
There's definitely a time and a place for everything, but I still don't know if I'm just diving in head first for this bitch. Like, I just don't know if I'm doing that, bro. I'm not. Because I know a lot of these times, bitch, you are a full-grown adult. Now, if this is a full adult and she's picking this nigga and she's going home with this nigga, hey, are you gonna try to save a nigga from being a serial killer? That's what he chooses every day with his grown ass. He gonna go wake up and go kill somebody. Yo, bro, I don't think you should be killing people out here.
Yeah.
Look, my nigga.
I'ma try, though.
Look, you are a grown ass man. Now, if you were a kid, look, dog, you kind of lost. I think you should go on a new path. You're a grown ass man, and if that's what you want to do, by all means, do it.
If y'all
fuck about conditioning what you was going through when you was 8 or 9. When you're an adult, that's when you go fix it. You go get some therapy, go read something, nigga, go fix it. I don't give a fuck about that trauma, none of that shit. Go fix it. When you're an adult, go handle your shit. Nigga, that's an excuse.
No, but I totally get that. But what I'm saying is, if you could try to help with some, but I get what you're saying.
I get that.
And the encouragement part.
But what this nigga Lush said, if I see any women being disrespected, I'm jumping
Hold on.
What?
I didn't say that.
Screaming and arguing.
What you said. You say you're not gonna see any woman get abused and not do
disrespected?
something.
Did I say disrespected?
Hey,
I said if I see.
Hey, basically, my bad if I didn't get you with a quote, nigga. But basically, you've been up here for the last hour talking about you are not standing for none of this shit. Am I wrong?
I'm not standing for woman beating at any time or place.
That's what I said.
But arguing,
that's literally what I said.
But if you're arguing with your bitch and telling her pussy stinks,
I don't give a fuck about that.
We gotta move on, Josh.
I'm literally saying that I don't condone abuse in front of me. That's all.
Physical abuse.
That's what you just said. So you're gonna save her.
Yeah.
You see it in front of you, you gonna save her.
I'm saving a bitch getting beat up. I'm saving her. I don't care.
Yeah.
But like verbal abuse, like if you're telling your bitch her pussy stings in front of me, that's different.
You don't know what she did to that nigga.
But shit, I don't give a
She
fuck.
could just got that nigga cousin lined up last week, and you jumping in because he socked her in the face. How you know she ain't just steal this? How you know she ain't just zell this nigga's last $20,000 to her bank account? And you jumping all in the fight.
I mean, like my
fuck it, bro. We'll cross that bitch when it get this, but I'm saving a bitch from getting beat up.
My problem. She's an adult.
The scenario I outlined was at a crib, and it wasn't like based on that. You know what I mean?
I get you. I'm still doing shit.
But I feel you. For if a bitch set up my homie, I'm beating that bitch up too.
That's all I'm saying. You don't know what's going on.
But at that point, I'm not asking questions why he's doggedly beating.
If you're in the club or if you're in the fucking mall and you see a nigga socking this bitch, you gonna go ask him like, yo, what did she do?
No, I'm socking him.
You gonna go save him.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
I'm
you
saving
know
her.
What she did.
I'm saving her.
I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying, nigga, you gonna jump, you gonna dive in head first for some shit you're not even ready for.
Our moral compass.
Pop your ass up.
Somebody said, dude, no Captain Savo.
Nigga, thank you.
Shout out to
shoot you for a bitch that don't even know you.
Our moral compass just operates in a different frequency when it comes to this. That's
but that's not a bad thing because, you know what I mean? Like, homies that slapped their bitch before. Anyways, A$AP Rocky and A$AP Bro agreed to pause their lawsuit ahead of Rocky's criminal trial. So basically, they were like, we're going to put our civil lawsuit in pause while you deal with all these other charges that you have going on. That's basically the breakdown of it.
The parties explained if the case had moved forward, Rocky would have to invoke his Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination or risk making statements that could be used against him in the criminal prosecution. Yeah, I mean, that's good that they were able to put that aside. You know what I mean? Like, I'm huge fan of A$AP Mob. I've always loved those guys. Rocky literally changed the game when he came in it from a fashion perspective, just to everything that they brought to the table. Their whole approach to music was an early purveyor of like what people called cloud rap before it was even SoundCloud and all that. Was one of the first people in New York to diversify the sound, not have everything sound like classic New York boom bap, and was flipping Houston styles, Memphis styles, Midwest styles, and all that. So like, I'm a huge fan of what they do. I remember when they started beefing a few years ago, and people were saying, I think it was Bari who said that Ferg is no longer a part of A$AP Mob, and they were going back and forth and all that. Like, it was really disheartening to see, and I hope they wind up, whatever it is, working it out.
Shout out those two parties for being like, you know what, Rocky, you're going through a gang of shit right now. You just had a baby. Our bullshit, we used to be friends. Let's pause it. We'll settle it when you cross the other bridges that you got to cross because of the charges you're facing and all the extra shit. So even though, but see, I was like, you know, that's like, they might not be homies, but it's still a lot of mutual respect. But people want their money or whatever the exact lawsuit is.
I think it's because he really wanted his bread because I can't get my money if you go to jail.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be that too.
I don't think he give a fuck about that nigga. I just think because if you go to jail and I win, I won't be getting no money. So
what
let's
is he
wait.
suing him over?
I'm not sure.
Or do we know exactly what he's suing him over, Josh? I'm assuming it has to be like royalties,
some clothing
maybe,
shit.
Or some clothing shit.
It's probably some fashion shit.
Like
you know,
some
ASAP
money,
Rocky
yeah.
is usually fashion orientated. I don't
gonna-
know though.
I ain't gonna lie. When Peso came out,
I was
ASAP
listening to that
Rocky
every day.
changed my life forever.
For sure.
I think it
That's
has
when
to
I
I
first
be
started
that
smoking
pretty
weed.
motherfucker. Harlem.
That shit
And then,
was hard.
dude, that was the first time I fell in love with a black girl with curly, with short hair. Because you know the girl was in
the
there.
video?
In the video?
In the video. Oh, she
Yeah.
was so pretty.
I think it has something to do with like royalties.
Yeah,
and,
like money, like-
and rights over the name and things like that.
Oh, so it's like some industry shit.
Some
Yeah.
music shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. R.I.P. ASAP Yams too. He was like literally.
Shout out him for being a pioneer in the West Coast without being from the West Coast.
Yams is one of the most influential dudes in hip hop that wasn't actually a rapper for a long time. His influence still stands. So.
He was the definition of a street A&R.
Shouts to Eastside Stevie. Come on.
Ferg is my favorite.
Ferg was raw.
Oh shit! It's about a shooting. Where else?
He shot his ass
You couldn't
allegedly.
be further off about this. I was waiting for you guys to like bring this.
Oh,
back
my
up, but,
fault.
like,
Oh, I thought.
it's the same incident that he's being
Okay.
charged with as well.
Okay.
He's also being sued.
Oh,
ASAP Rocky to be
wow.
sued for allegedly shooting former friend
What's up with
ASAP
all-
Rocky.
You rappers have too much money to be shooting food and not hiring shooters.
Hey, sometimes emotions, dog.
Yeah, I feel it. I get it.
Sometimes, bro, it's hard. You know, when you got the designated shooters around you, sometimes you just want to pull that bitch out and just
Well, it would have to be an accident since when do people like get sued for shooting somebody?
when
What's
you
this real
rich,
situation?
when you rich, a nigga sue you for anything.
I didn't know that you could sue someone for shooting you. I thought
like,
that
why
was
is he not
Emotional
in-
damages, hospital
damages,
fees,
medical bills,
all type of shit. You can
then
sue a
legal
nigga if he do
fees,
anything
everything
to you,
associated
bro.
So he's
with
suing.
this.
So maybe he's suing him because Rocky not doing time.
So, well, it's kind of like when the Nicole Brown's family sued O.J. Simpson for wrongful death after he got acquitted, and then he wound up losing the civil suit. So, you can, I guess, I didn't know that you could do it just for
Okay.
shooting, but that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
got
why he lost
convic-
all his money and everything after.
Yeah.
It was not an accident.
They sued him for wrongful death.
Where's
he was
V?
found guilty of that.
Yeah.
Best time.
No, but what I'm saying is, okay, so if I don't know too much about a bunch of fucking laws, but if he's suing him, he's like, I don't want him to go to jail, but I want him to give me a lot of money for shooting me. Is that technically what it is, Josh?
No, there was a.
No, he's
there's
trying
like
to get him in
whole
jail.
So
alleged
with that being-
incident where there's like an altercation, an argument between the two of them, and supposedly Rocky shot him.
But he didn't go to jail for it.
Why Almighty always talking about hitting
So-
women? That's cap. They brought it up.
He not getting charged for it, but he can sue
Do you
them.
remember when they arrested him getting off the private plane back in? I don't remember.
When Rihanna, she was pregnant, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is that.
It's related all to that.
Oh, got you.
For Almighty,
So wait, with that being
for
said-
ASAP Rocky is not going to jail.
With that being
Yeah.
said, could there be, by this
Flacco
logic,
thinks
then
he's going to jail.
He might. Flacco think everybody going to jail.
they could sue.
Flacco thought Tory Lanez wasn't going to
Well, I
jail.
was gonna say now Meg can technically sue Tory Lanez for shooting her.
So they passed the trials and the verdicts and shit. So now she could sue him for like all the bashing we were doing, or for like fucking what's the shit when they put down your name and they bash your name.
Court of public opinion.
No,
Defamation of
yeah,
character.
dude. Okay, if I know some promoter homies
Libel.
that bashed that sued the Weeknd for that. So he put up to do the club. He saw that it sold out to over more an extent that what it did. He asked for more money. They're like, bro, we already agreed to the contract. He said he wasn't gonna do it. He left, and then he tweeted out the promoter, the homie, his fucking email. Like, if you want a refund, this is what you go for. He sued them. He paid, I think, the Weeknd maybe 30, and he got like 200 back. And he started promoting and started a whole business, and now he has a great career. Dude. So imagine if you sue me but imagine this level of extent where like people were bashing Megan and she was probably getting canceled and shit like that. Or if he appeals it and comes back, Tory could do the same to fucking Megan.
Yeah.
But I don't think A$AP Rocky's going to jail. His girlfriend's still rich. She's a
got
billionaire.
lot of money,
He'll be all right.
it's really hard to get your ass pinned.
Yeah.
Like, for sure. But I don't know. But if he we did just see a nigga shoot a nigga, and this just went on trial for like a year. So it's like, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't know the details to this case. Like, I don't know the story, nothing. So it's really hard to
Oh,
speculate
Vashti
on
wrote
it.
something.
Them Harlem dudes are good.
Rocky's lawyer says Ray Lee has been
Relly has been badgering Rocky
for money before he allegedly
initiated, and then
basically Relly was fucking wanting money first, and then put the lawsuit that he shot me.
Yeah.
Faster, you gotta type faster.
They hate me in the chat. I wouldn't give a fuck.
Initiated. Okay. Rocky's lawyer says Relly been badgering Rocky for money before he started a physical altercation at a face-to-face meeting, then tried to spin the confrontation into a shooting claim.
Oh, yeah.
So that's Rocky's lawyer is basically saying there was no shooting, is what he's trying to say.
So he's basically saying, like, he wanted money at first.
She said, but his girl is a billionaire. He ain't getting booked.
Yeah, there's no way, bro.
Thank you, Vasti.
Yeah, bro, that's literally what me and Almighty just saying.
Right.
There's no way. There's no way. Rihanna, and if we're not even just his girl, is his baby mama now.
And let's be real, Rocky with the ultimate dub, you feel me? That's a W across the board. We all wanted to know who was going to knock down Rihanna and wind up shooting that club up.
Thank God it wasn't Chris.
Kudos to my dog Rocky for being
we didn't know who. I thought it was going to be Drake.
I thought it was too. The fact that he peeled her from
After
Drake.
that conversation,
I ain't gonna lie. Once I seen the
expert level macking.
Once I seen the Fashion Killer video, I low key knew that he was gonna nail her. Rihanna was all through the Fashion Killer video. It was basically about her. Like I knew at that point, like he gonna smash her. And that was like 8 years ago.
That was like 2014, 13?
Yeah, Fashion Killer. That was my shit. I ain't gonna lie. Once that came out, I knew. I'm like, yeah, he gonna spank her. Almighty, what's your record against females? 50-0, possibly.
Oh my God. Let's go down to the next one.
Fuck y'all, bro. It's not even like that. I'm just not putting on capes, dog. I'm not out here socking bitches left and right. I'm just not wearing capes, B.
New York Times, Kendrick Lamar, the greatest rapper of the generation. Cap.
How is it Cap?
Huh?
Drake.
How is it Cap?
Drake.
How is Kendrick Lamar not the greatest rapper of this generation?
Because what are they like?
What are you basing it off? Are you basing it off views?
Views, numbers.
I don't base
impact.
nothing. If you base shit off numbers, we can't have this conversation because it's so much terrible music that sold so many records. That's
Facts.
not a good one.
Facts.
You know. Now we got
like Lil
Impact,
Pump in them.
Facts. Impact. I can feel that. Impact and longevity is kind of what I do.
Yes.
How long you last and how big your.
If
impact
we're basing
lasts.
shit off numbers strictly, Flo Rida's one of the greatest artists of all time.
And he's shit. His name's
Florida.
Florida.
I'm gonna just say stupid shit. CS can get mad. You ready?
He is shit.
No, it's not about
I'm with
getting.
you with Drake.
I'm not. Look, Drake is the only other person. There's 3 names that can be in this conversation.
I think he can be in that, but it's hard for me to pick. But I can't necessarily top Drake over Kendrick just because Kendrick is like nigga crazy with the pen.
No.
There's three names in this conversation.
What are the names?
Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick.
I ain't gonna lie. You do gotta add J. Cole, but just for me, I can't.
No, I feel you.
But you do have to.
I feel like
yourself out of it.
For me, this is my list from those 3. Drake number 1. You guys are gonna be mad.
J. Cole number 2.
J. Cole number 2.
Right.
Then Kendrick.
I'm not.
But that's just. I'm not. I can't go. Me personally, I didn't go through Mr. Morales and the Big Steppers the whole way through. But fucking Forest Hill Drive came on. Oh my God!
I'm not mad.
Changed my life for
J.
it.
Cole till he started making music for females.
I'm not mad at any of those 3, like a ranking of any of those 3. However, I do feel like just due to output and just pure productivity, Cole has to be in the 3rd place out of the 3 of them.
I agree.
However, with Drake and Kendrick, it's neck and neck. The reason why, in this instance, I would say you got to say Kendrick. When you're talking about most impactful, when you're talking about most successful, most influential, it's clearly Drake. Drake changed music. He's the most successful artist, besides maybe Bad Bunny at this point, the only name in that competition for the past decade plus. You know,
the most successful
Bad Bunny's, Taylor Swift, Drake.
But I don't know if Kendrick is. I don't know if Drake's better than Kendrick.
When we're talking about creative output, what they've literally accomplished in the field of pushing pen, songwriting, originality, going against the grain,
Kendrick.
Being successful despite not making mainstream content, it's Kendrick.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's definitely a rare generational talent because the fact that bro doesn't post on Instagram, he doesn't do interviews, and he did it when he was first coming up, and he was very selective, and the selective of his choice was the West Coast. He doesn't really bro could sell out anywhere. I'm not taking that from him, but just me personally, or maybe because you two are rappers and you guys see a lot of things different. You guys are both crazy with the pen.
I ain't gonna lie. I think once and it's just for me, but once reference tracks come out about you, you can't be top rapper, dog.
That's another conversation.
What is that? Okay, tell me.
He's saying Drake has ghostwriters.
Reference tracks is when somebody records the song for you, and then they send it to you, and then you do it over.
And Kendrick definitely don't have no reference.
Ghostwriters. That's some real rap shit. I was like,
if you got ghostwriters, I don't think you can be the greatest at anything.
In fact, Kendrick has reference tracks for other artists. So, but let's just look at the catalogs, all right?
But also
from Kendrick's work with Black Hippie to his first major mixtape, which was Section 80, to Good Kid, Mad City, arguably the greatest album of the past 15 years. Right. You know what I mean?
Fuck, it depends who you're talking to.
I said arguably.
But us being from the West Coast, arguably. Okay,
you did say arguably. To Pimp a Butterfly, damn. Mr. Morale, just like that.
To Pimp a Butterfly, I'm sorry, but To Pimp a Butterfly is gonna always go down in history as one of the greatest rap albums alive.
Amazing
that
record.
Got Tupac talking on it, and you cannot tell me your spirit did not move when that track came on and you heard Tupac voice.
Damn was trash.
I disagree. I feel like
I didn't hear it.
Damn,
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a Kendrick fan, but I'm not gonna act like that nigga's not the GOAT.
Right. No, he's one of the GOATs. One of the best to ever do it.
I ain't gonna lie. I listen to way more Drake than I do Kendrick, but I'm not putting Kendrick on top of Drake. I'm not. I'm unbiased with my opinions. Just because I listen to a nigga don't mean I'm about to just put him high regard. I still think Kendrick is overall better.
What Kendrick's achieved, like creatively, what he's done vocally, sonically, lyrically, like I can't think of any other name that deserves that title than him. The only other one would be Drake, and I'm not really mad if it goes either way, although I'm going to lean towards Kendrick.
Open y'all phones and go to y'all music. Let me see something.
I'm going to for sure go to Kendrick. For sure.
Damn, you fools aren't going to like my music. Hella corrido vibes.
I fuck with your music, so we expect that.
But like hip-hop, are we going hip-hop? I'm gonna show you my hip hop, what I be at the gym with.
No, go to your search, and I want y'all to type in Drake. And then I want y'all to type in Kendrick. And
where?
I want is on your music.
For your library?
Apple Music.
For your library?
Yeah. And tell me who you have more of in your
Oh, I have more of Kendrick.
I have neither.
Yeah.
I don't have Drake or Kendrick. I don't listen to nothing that's like mainstream. I'm just keeping it a buck.
But I ain't gonna lie, my like playlist right now is a hella Big Sad.
Big Sad fire. I got some shit with Big Sad on my tape.
Well, who you have more albums of?
Oh, Drake, look.
Of course.
Look.
Drake? This all my Drake shit.
Because I think the time that we're in, that niggas don't want to think, they want to feel. Drake makes you feel, Kendrick makes you think. It's much easier to listen to music that make you feel when you just get in the car. I don't want to sit down and dissect the nigga bars on my way to work unless that's what I want to do.
You're right, but that's what makes Good Kid, Mad City such an amazing album. Is despite how intellectual it is, you can still groove to it. It still goes up. Like,
I feel that.
You got records like Swimming Pool, you got Money Trees, you got records that people were just going up to. But
that's what makes him so diverse. Look,
Drake does not have an album that's touching Good Kid, Mad City.
Josh, can we do a Kendrick, J. Cole, Drake poll?
Sure. That rhymed.
People gonna
that rhymed.
Drake.
J. Cole, Drake.
I think
Cole.
Drake is just most popular, but that don't mean he's better.
No. Okay, look. In the 90s,
I think it all falls down to what's your personal personal preference.
Niggas wouldn't even let Drake in the hemisphere.
Listen to what I'm gonna say. In the 90s,
they let Ja Rule and Nelly in.
That was like 2003 though.
Hey, I got more Draco the Ruler in my library than both of them fools.
Yeah, they did.
Niggas used to look at Ja Rule.
But even when Drake came out, niggas was like, y'all like let a nigga sing, rap, and hip hop.
And then out the most gangster.
But that's
so Drake could run.
But to be honest, that's a false narrative.
I think we don't talk about that enough.
No, that's a fact. But fools have been singing and rapping for way before that.
But Drake made it cool.
Bone Thugs.
But they was rapping about they wasn't on no emotional shit.
True.
He was baby, you my everything.
True.
You all
he said, "Do I ever come up in discussion over double cup lattes? No, double cup lattes and low fat muffins."
What Drake did? But no, check this out. But check this out. What Drake did?
I'm just saying.
What Drake did is add his own vocals, his own singing vocals, to the same type of content that LL Cool J had 2 decades before him, doing the exact same shit, talking about
That's a
bitches,
good point.
except
You're
for
right.
he had.
I hate this
conversation. I don't know what the
except
fuck
for he
is.
had.
I know LL Cool J.
Except for he had.
Doing it and doing it and doing it well.
Oh yeah, I need love.
You ain't never heard that?
Well, I heard the other version first.
When I'm
on.
alone in my
I need
room, sometimes I
drugs.
stare at the walls, and in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call,
Shout out
telling me I
Necro.
need a girl.
Necro
who
song is
needed
way
a
better.
dove for the first time in my life.
You heard me?
See, I need love.
Necro song is way better.
That song is fire.
Wait, what song? What song?
Necro song.
I need drugs. He's talking.
Drake.
I don't know. who
Let's go,
Necro
Drake.
is.
But with that,
Man, y'all
Drake
just-
is gonna win. He's the most popular.
But Drake and Kendrick is at 40 and 40,
Oh, shit.
43 and
They
42.
neck and neck. I told you J. Cole gonna be dragging behind.
we also have a predominantly West Coast biased like fan base here. We're gonna lean towards Kendrick a little bit. So
There's
I'm
a
gonna
West
take my
Coast bias here?
Well, I have a West Coast bias.
Here or in the chat?
And in the
Here,
chat as well.
here, there's definitely a
in the
West
chat
Coast
too.
bias.
Because they
Yeah,
hate
these
when we talk
mostly
about
West
LA
Coast,
shit.
But it's a predominantly West
Really?
Coast audience. Absolutely.
And you
No
were,
jumper.
yeah.
I didn't
This
know
fact,
that.
but they do be hating though.
They hate when we talk about LA
This
shit.
is facts. This is facts.
Well, the whole
But
industry.
like I
hates LA.
said, but what I was saying before 20 people talked, LL Cool J for sure did have the exact same content as Drake, except for he had R&B singers doing the hooks instead of him doing it himself.
I
But
don't
that's like- but that's
look,
like kinda like what Biggie did.
Nah, LL Cool
Tupac
J
did
was
it too.
more on some I Need Love. Drake was more some on some real dirty Mac and shit.
Tricky.
I never
as
seen
we
the
call
car
it.
you claim to drive.
Hold
I mean,
on.
I seen it. It's just you ain't
Well,
inside.
hold on.
I'm not familiar because that's 20 years before I ever even was
Drake
thought
was
of.
for
You
sure
can't use
dirty
that
Mac,
excuse
eh?
because you know your history.
Nah, but I do. But nigga, I
Yeah, but you know
can't-
more
I
specific.
don't know the full content of LL Cool J's discography.
Right,
nigga.
so with that
But
being
I
said-
know the content
So
of
specific,
Drake.
yeah.
With that being said,
Dirty Mac.
Drake was
Nigga, I'm
for
a
sure dirty
genius.
Mac.
But so was LL.
You never heard discography?
The song. Hold on a sec.
Fuck
Them young,
Drake's a
them young
trick.
boys ain't nothing. You want to get freaky? Let me kiss your belly button.
The
Who said that?
LL Cool J said that.
He a
LL
freaky
Cool
ass
J was dirty Mac too.
the song "Hey Lover" is all about trying to like wanting someone else's bitch and taking her. That's
Okay,
like,
okay.
trash.
Okay, but
That's the
let's.
whole point of the song.
I'm just not familiar.
Yeah, that's what. But
Okay, but
it's
the-
essentially the same content.
All right,
That's my point.
let's. But did LL Cool J do that after he did all his rapping shit? That was
both-
kind of like end of his career.
No. He came in the game doing both, and that's kind of the same thing because Drake will have lyrical masterpiece songs, where he's
Headlines.
killing it, barring out. You know,
But look,
Just
I
like
think
LL did
if
out
you
the
was
gate.
the
Okay,
original-
I don't know. You know more than I
If
do.
you was
but-
an original Drake fan, you heard him really rapping, but he came out to the world singing. The
Best
first
I ever
Drake
had.
Song
Best I ever
heard
had.
was Best I ever had.
right.
actor. He was a fucking actor.
Oh
Degrassi.
yeah, and I was watching Degrassi for like 5 years before I ever heard the song.
so-
LL was an actor too. There you go.
You
But
know
before
what?
rapping?
Drake came
No.
out. Drake came out telling women that they can be ugly and it be cool. Sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. He was instantly fucking
But,
dirty
nah,
Mac.
That's game. That's
when
game.
some
Niggas don't
bitches
fuck with
actually
bonnets
do be
and
looking
scarves and
good,
shit.
Though.
That's
Oh, bro, I
game.
love me a bitch
I
in
do.
sweats.
I do. I don't want no bitch with the whole face beat every day. Like,
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
your
agree.
skin fucking up. Too many chemicals.
Give
in
me
your
an
shit.
just like LL did the same thing. He did a song called "Around the Way Girl," where he's
I need a girl with extensions in her hair,
Look.
bamboo earrings at least to the
every
head.
single
Yeah.
example you're
Yeah,
giving.
you know, you listen to a
LL
lot of
has
LL
already
Cool J.
done that shit.
I just know rap. man.
But that's what I'm saying. You know the songs, so every example you're giving, LL's done that
LL did
before.
it, yeah.
But okay. but
LL Cool J
Drake
also
just did it
came
better.
out.
Drake did it way better.
Tell me this.
Just more modern.
Tell
you
me
feel
this, 'cause
at the
I-
time, LL was a man.
I don't
did
know
a
how
song
he was
called Marvin's
introduced.
Room, and that's the name of our group chat. And that's so.
Our shit's called Melvin's
Oh,
Room.
Melvin's Room. Oh, sorry, shit called Melvin's
It's
Room.
definitely Jody's stepdaddy.
But no, but Marvin's Room, bro, he was literally
ultimate
begging
dirty
this
Mac.
bitch.
Fuck that vato that you love.
Like
so
fool, like Drake's fool. Well, Marvin's Room go up now. You know what I mean?
Fuck
That
that
shit is
nigga
the
that you think
ultimate
you
dirty
love
Mac.
is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
You calling my bitch talking about she could do better? You done lost your mind, bro. You done lost your mind, bro. Just get the bitch. Don't mention me. That's trash. What you mean?
Do y'all think
I
it
love
would have
it.
been more accepted by the male audience if he came out as like in the pause? But you know how LL Cool J was more so like a sex symbol? Drake kind of came out just on some cool, like nerdy type shit. He was
Light-skinned shit.
kind of still like a dork.
Drake didn't have the Bandman Kevo BBL that he got now.
You're
you
right.
feel me? So
It
he
took
not-
time for the bitches to love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
yeah.
like let's keep it a buck. We
Now, some
just
bitches loved Drake as soon as he came out. I ain't gonna hold you. They was passing out over that.
I didn't
Is
start
Drake an
wanting.
industry plan?
I didn't start wanting to give Drake the pussy until he got a beard. Like, that's just fact.
That
nigga.
Yeah, he definitely like.
A beard to take a nigga from a 3 to a 10. Like, the beard do something.
If I ain't gonna lie, he definitely looks
He
like.
over here raising his hand like that count for him.
It do
Like,
count for me.
I would
Crazy as fuck.
No.
You didn't say that
No,
you didn't say the beard elevated me. You did not. Hold on.
Whoa.
You didn't
That
say
nigga
the
said-
beard. You didn't say the beard elevated me severely. You didn't say that.
I say you should have been grew it in.
Okay.
He said,
I'm just
Gina,
gonna
don't
leave it
fuck
there.
me.
I'm just
And
gonna
what he
leave it
say?
there.
Just
I'm just
like,
gonna leave.
Gina, don't fuck me.
No one is trying to fuck Gina. No one is trying to fuck Gina.
No, but
Suspect,
but look,
don't worry. I'm not trying to fuck Gina.
He had to do that one because he was feeling real comfortable.
Oh my God, he had
flip
to.
it. He had to do that because we was on his head way too hard.
He had to.
He had to flip it. He had to save himself. I feel you. He had to save himself.
He had to throw it on you.
I'm a Captain Saver. I had to, bro. I got the cape on. I got the cape on, right?
But shout out Drake. Shout out Drake. But he
We know the
definitely.
truth.
But Drake definitely did look like a "Can I get a hug" type of nigga when he
All right,
came
but
in.
let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. The shit that Drake was doing in Dirty Mac and was you niggas like, dang, that bitch could do better with me.
No, I ain't gonna lie. When I first heard it, the very first thought that came to my head was,
he's shit
this
bad.
nigga's dirty macking. I swear to God, in like 5th grade, the first.
So
thing
y'all
that
ain't
came
never
to my
want to
head is
take nobody
this
else,
nigga-
bitch?
No,
Of course.
Look,
Wait,
this
Suspect, how old are you?
Of course.
I'm 24, 25. I'm 25. If you
Damn, I'm
take
telling you,
a-
I'm totally different
you're
for
just-
25, 24 year old.
if
Because
you-
I'm like a simp fool. I love you, bitch.
I'm not with none of that shit.
But I love you, bitch. But I'm definitely not like, oh, your man weak. I'm better. That's definitely some
I
weak
feel like
shit.
that's dirty macking. You just gotta get the bitch. You don't gotta say how much her nigga is trash. to
Yeah,
get
crack the bitch.
Facts.
Because if we're being
Facts.
honest, that rarely works if you tell a bitch like her man
Because
weak.
she
then
still
it just-
love him. She still love him.
That-
She gonna get mad when you say
What
bad
you
shit
gotta
about
do?
the nigga.
So what you gotta do is fight
You gotta
love
make
with
her, just make her feel good about herself
Yeah.
without
That
downing
is
him.
called
Fine.
that's side busting. 1,000%. That's you
Fight love with love. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't got a dirty mac. You just get her by making her feel good, not by trying to tear him down. Bring her up.
Well, you got a different type
That's
of
what,
game.
but that's what LL said.
Yeah, my piece of
That's like
shit.
LL. He's trying to talk about a bitch. Pussy drink too much, to smoke too many blunts. Like he's talking down about the dude.
Suspect,
all
y'all-
the things
I'm
he's
telling you.
doing wrong.
But when niggas start rapping about having more money than the next nigga, ain't that the same thing?
Nah, that's different from
Depends.
saying I got more money than you is different than being in the bitch DM saying I got more money than your nigga. Come home. All right.
I've definitely told a bitch to come home when her man was weak.
What?
But I didn't bring him up. But
Yeah,
she
you
knew.
don't bring
but she,
the nigga
but,
up, bro.
Okay,
That's
but it's
dirty
like,
macking.
but it's like a suspect saying he got more money than me, and he's just saying it like in a rap song. But if he's like addressing my bitch,
Right.
then that's
That's
when
dirty
that
macking.
because then you're hating on the next
But you
man
don't
without.
think you don't think your bitch is hearing him say he got more money than you, even if she not talking to you?
It depends what you're talking. It depends on the situation. So let's just say me and him beef it. Like let's just say on some rap shit we beef it, which he's very good at. I'm just kidding. But let's just say we beef it on
I
some.
think that'll make you get robbed. I got more money than your nigga. We finna come rob you. Fuck you talking about?
Depends
What are
who
you
it is.
talking about?
That's when you
Depends on
get your
the-
bitch to set him up.
Exactly.
That's
what
when-
I'm saying. When
that's
you think
the-
you over there dirty Mac and talking
That's
about how
when
much
you
more
get
money
your
you
bitch
got
to
than
set
me.
him up.
Cool. You got more money than me. We're finna take that money and we're gonna spend it.
By the way,
Talking
update:
about.
Drake is now winning the poll by somewhat of a significant margin.
I knew that was
45,
gonna happen.
38 to Kendrick, and 17 for J. Cole.
How y'all? Okay, so is this simping to y'all? Niggas shooting a shot on tracks.
That's crazy.
Like you mean like when
Like I got
like,
Lori Harvey on my wish list.
like Kevin Gates when he's talking about like how he's gonna.
Oh no, hell no!
I
I'm
don't
just
think
speaking
that's
into the
it, but that's gonna
universe.
get you the pussy.
I think Kevin Gates is different because that was more like a dreams type of
What did he say?
content.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
when I want to say he was talking about Young Miami,
And
Ruby Rose.
Ruby Rose. He was very explicit about what he was gonna do to Ruby
Yeah.
Rose.
I only think it's simple if you talking about flying that bitch out and buying her Birkin bags.
Drake
You
does that
doing
all the
on the
time.
track, that's simping. But if you just saying like I'm trying to nail that bitch, that's not simping.
Drake clowned a nigga for how he was doing treating his girl on her birthday. He said, "Oh, baby, we did that with the grassy checks."
I mean,
What did he say that to? But Drake. Yeah, but also
we're not.
That shit player.
Yeah, but
Baby,
LA is not a.
But also-
Baby.
being from LA or even like the Bay Area, we're not. Tricking is not a part of our culture,
Right.
the way it
In
is
the South,
other
in East
regions
Coast, and-
where it's accepted
Right.
to the point where that's not
think
looked
because
down
we have a
upon.
big pimp culture here.
We
But let's talk about it.
we
No,
look
but
down
let's be
on
honest.
that out here.
No, but let's be honest. Most of the videos you see online when foods is like tricking or simping, it has to be. It's never in a big city. It's always like somewhere like in South Carolina or like, and like
I mean,
shit like
Atlanta
that.
is
Atlanta huge on tricking, bro.
Houston, niggas go to Atlanta.
Facts, Houston.
Because these LA niggas, I can get a McChicken
They
out of
big pimping in Houston too.
Yeah.
But it's a lot.
They got pimps in Atlanta.
When you go to the South.
That's why there's tricks
out there. When you go
there.
to the South and start going East Coast, nah, them niggas is ready to
Atlanta,
give it.
But
Atlanta celebrates tricking. Miami celebrates tricking.
Everybody here,
Miami is a trick capital of the world.
Miami's no.
That's facts. He's 100% right.
No, but you think that has to do with their culture, like in the South,
absolutely.
like the way they were raised, like man, okay,
absolutely, it's part of their
culture. You guys been more places than I have, so
I think it's the culture. Like there's more strip clubs. Everything is just bikinis, beaches, more money. I think it's everything. They just more
and what's the root of it too?
money.
Southern hospitality, chivalry to like
right. And I think it's different because we've always been based like on the West. It's just huge pimp culture. Like even with the music, with Too Short, even niggas who not like in the South on God, niggas will tell you like, oh, on God, trick. Let's keep it a 1,000 right now, bro.
The South finna get mad at us.
Yo, nigga, it's the truth though.
Yeah.
If your man, they don't look down on it for them.
They don't. If your man's telling you right now he finna go pay for some pussy, you gonna look at him like what? Right or wrong?
Yes.
You're gonna look at him crazy.
Yes.
Depends if they're going to TJ. If they're going to TJ, is normal.
You see, now I think that's because he Hispanic. They just do that,
bro.
Well, go to TJ.
Bro, listen. The rappers openly talk about
that.
This.
Is not
like,
true.
Let's quote.
True.
Let's
You're talking.
Hold on,
manager.
Let's quote.
What are you saying? Right.
Let's quote 2 Chainz. Right.
What do you mean a manager?
I'm talking about the biggest customers are people who look just like you. That's all I'm saying.
They don't look like me.
They look just like
you. You're talking about they know you're from.
No, I'm not talking about hats and boots. I'm talking about just like you.
No, listen. Let's be specific. You're talking about men that come at an older age from a whole different country. Me and my homies, we was raised here, so it's totally different.
He's not talking about race.
I'm talking about.
He's not talking about race.
I know what I'm talking about.
I know
he's talking about race. He's talking about race.
No, I am.
Yeah, he's talking about
it's niggas who was paying for pussy that I couldn't tell them apart from Duno.
But that's like saying
the majority.
No, but that's like saying where kind of find no spot where you see, but that's like saying all white rich men like fucking with transgender women and shit like that.
That's wild.
No, cause I've seen it before. Like I've been in downtown and I've seen fools like pick up girls like that and shit like that. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, like I've been around for like 6-7 years, and I'm just keeping it a buck, bro. 90% of them, they be from y'all culture. That's just the truth.
That's where all the tricks be from?
Yes, nigga. They're Pisces.
There's not what about like
see,
and
but
they're
we're not
thugged out Mexicans. You didn't let me finish my sentence. That's they look just like you. I didn't say hats and boots, nigga. No, Cortez is in LA hats.
What?
Yes, they are buying hats.
There's not a lot of white fools too, though. A lot of white tricks or older black tricks.
The majority are niggas that look just like
I don't wear
Duno.
Cortezes. You're racially profiling right now.
White Air Forces with Supreme.
You have white Air Forces with green on.
Look, listen, you're not letting.
No, I'm listening to you.
No.
But those specific that all my people just buy pussy.
1,000.
This is funny.
It's the truth.
That's like
It's
saying
the
all
truth.
black men beat their bitch because the way you
Go
think.
sit on Fig. Look,
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
that's not the truth.
No,
Go sit on Fig for 8 hours and tell me who do you see hitting them corners? Niggas that look just like Duno. What are you saying?
I don't know. I didn't grow up on Fig.
I did. 117th and Hoover, nigga, my whole life. Yes.
That's probably black.
You can't tell me, nigga. This is speaking from experience. I'm not just saying from shit I heard. Nigga, this is with my own eyes, bro. How you think I bought this outfit?
Why you getting mad at me?
Niggas that
From a
look like
bite
you.
I'm not getting mad. We're having a discussion.
Stop
I'm not you.
playing. Nigga, on some real shit.
Fuck you.
I'm defending my people right now. Shut the fuck up.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
You definitely are.
At all. No,
Yeah,
I'm
you
not.
are.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
you
not. No, I'm
Yeah,
not.
you are.
No.
I'm gonna tell him not to go to your
still
bitch.
funny,
No. Wait, let me tell you. Because if it wasn't for niggas like you, I wouldn't be able to come up here looking like this. So I love you.
Don't say
I
you.
love you. I said like. I love y'all.
But
I don't look down on the trick. I love tricks. Fuck you mean? Do y'all thing, nigga. Live
No,
it
but no,
up.
but
I'm not talking shit. I'm not
mad at that. I'm
all.
not mad at that.
I'm just speaking facts.
But I definitely believe that paisas are. But just
They
me.
are.
But me
Paisas
being,
buy some
no,
pussy.
but being me.
Bro, I'm talking
listen
about
to
niggas
what
on
I'm
the
saying.
tracks hanging out the window with Hennessy bottles playing Oh Jeezy. What are you talking about? This was like 2 days ago. What are you saying?
I play on
Niggas
TV.
hanging out the window.
But I'm
in
not
the
going
same-
to figure getting pussy.
It's crazy in the same car you drive too. Each hanging out the window, Hennessy bottles, picking up bitches. all looking just like you.
They South Central niggas. We don't do that in downtown.
What we saying?
So you're saying
from experience.
So you're saying all the South Central fools do that?
Hey,
No, be specific.
I said South.
Be specific.
Hey.
Be specific.
Nope. From Pomona to San Diego to here.
Gang members?
Everywhere.
Gang members?
No, he said Edgar's.
No. No.
I'm asking.
Wait,
gang members?
Do gang members come pull up and
buy pussy
and get their services?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mexican gang members.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Every
Y'all
culture-
they like the biggest. But
But you keep saying y'all like you're looking down.
nah, I'm not.
You
that's
are
your perception.
No,
Because
that's
I
your
promise,
demeanor of the way you're saying it.
No, bro, I'm not at all.
It's
because
okay
I swear
buying
to
pussy.
God,
We pay
if
almighty's rent.
If it wasn't for niggas like that, I would be poor. So I love it. Like I'm not looking down.
I don't care. I don't buy pussy.
I'm not looking down like at all.
Happy ending every once in a while.
So you buy pussy.
I was joking,
Happy
man.
endings is buying pussy.
You've never bought pussy?
No. The fuck?
Lord.
And you just said it's hella regular to go to Tijuana, so this what you do.
I've been to Tijuana before.
And you was buying pussy?
Everybody's been to Tijuana
To buy pussy?
not to buy pussy. I didn't pay for it.
So you went to Tijuana and you got you some cat, and then you said, wait, no. Let's go back like 10 minutes because
ahead.
you said, if you go to Tijuana, it's regular, fool.
Tijuana's definitely regular.
So it's regular to buy a cat in Tijuana, and you gonna go.
I've never bought it.
You
though.
and your mans?
Me and my man's never bought it.
Do you know some mans who went down there in Boston?
For sure.
All right then, what we saying?
But,
Just like you.
Yeah, but every culture buys pussy.
No, they don't.
You're saying black men don't buy pussy?
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, you said no, they don't. Every culture does it.
There's pimp culture. There's trick
Oh,
culture.
my fault. Every race.
You have
race.
to say
Every race.
ethnicity.
Now move on to the next topic. So I come back.
Yes, but y'all are the 90%. This is fact.
I'll say this.
So all my Latino suspects said that all of you guys buy
This
pussy.
is facts.
All of you guys buy pussy. And I didn't say
say
it.
that.
All he suspect said it.
I didn't say that. I said the majority.
No. What suspect said is in his experience, what he's seen.
Should we call Sharp and ask him?
Majority. I'm curious. I'd be curious to hear what Sharp
I don't give
said.
a fuck.
I'll call him right now.
Call him right now.
Call Sharp. But now, just to clarify, look, Atlanta, no disrespect when we were talking about the different cities and what city has more of
So in Atlanta-
propensity to trick. Now, look at like the rappers out there glorify that themselves.
No, I'm not mad at
T.I., listen, T.I., you can get whatever you like. Fucking, what did
Tricking.
What did
Tricking.
What did 2
That's
Chainz say?
ultimate tricking song.
Exactly. That's a trick anthem.
That's
what did
facts.
2 Chainz say? My girl ain't got no
And
stomach.
that's so crazy.
Every
that you
time we
say
have
that,
sex,
I be making
she
that
always-
joke to my bitches all the time, like
Right.
saying like that's what they be saying. Girl, you can have whatever you like. That's the tricking anthem.
It is.
nigga.
It is. And just like
And that's a
what
nigga
did
from
2
Atlanta.
Chainz
No.
say? Every time we have
Fool.
sex, she always asks me for 100.
No, fool.
That's his girl.
Bro, these rappers
His
is
girl
tricking that
asked him
life
for 100.
away.
No, but look.
When he
when
fucks.
suspects saying that, I don't necessarily agree. Obviously, I was making a joke out of it. We're having a disagreement and a fucking conversation. But yes, Mexican is the majority of the population in California. So let's not get that out the way. Like, there's a reason your customers are mostly Latino. But if we were like in Atlanta, who do you think buys the most pussy?
There's less Mexicans out there.
But
so,
that's just
yeah.
gonna happen because they're less. But let's not act like there's not a lot of black people here, and those are not who you see there. I'm just telling you because I be there, nigga. You be here, I be there, nigga. I see it.
I don't be here.
I see it,
I be over
nigga.
there.
But
I promise.
You've seen tricks of every race.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not
absolutely.
saying
Bro,
that. I'm not saying that they're not of every race, but I'm saying, nigga, 9 times out of 10, I can't tell them apart from Duno.
That's cap.
I swear to God.
That's
I
racist.
swear to God.
That's racist.
It's not.
It's racist.
It's not. And I'm not saying from looks. I'm just saying just everything.
It does sound racist.
Who gives
I
a
can't
fuck?
It sounds hella racist.
Who gives a fuck?
I give a
I'm just
fuck.
telling the truth.
But that's
the
like
truth. I'm not
no,
lying.
because that's like saying 9 times out of 10 people that fucking rob the corn ladies are black.
Which is probably true as well.
Which you're probably right. I'm not gonna get mad at you for
I'm not
telling
mad
the
at
truth.
you.
I'm not even gonna say it's
I just never
racist. That's
seen
just
it.
a fact.
It
And
blows my mind.
You just said a fact though. That's not
Protect the
racist.
Oletero. Do not fucking rob the corn lady.
You just said the
But
truth.
it's
That's not-
but it is crazy. But it
not
is crazy.
racist.
What are we looking at right here?
that part.
Yeah, there's 50%.
That's what I said that.
That's
Yeah.
cool though.
I'm not mad at suspect, but
That's
I just
cool,
9
though.
times out of 10 is crazy.
But it's the truth.
I'm bamboozled by the
Sometimes
fact.
10 out of 10. nigga.
I'm bamboozled
I
by
swear
the
to
fact.
God, sometimes
Are we
all
calling
night.
Sharp?
Sometimes for 24 hours. I'll call. What we asking them?
No,
Listen, wait.
We want to know
What are
what
your
in his experience, what's the most common race of tricks?
race and demographics.
I'm not mad at it.
It's the truth, though. I promise.
I was gonna say it's based on geography.
Yeah,
I just want to know what
That's
Sharp.
the truth. I'm talking about here.
I want to know what Sharp has got to say.
When you were
I'm
saying
just
it,
curious.
And I mean all of California. That's the fact.
we're the majority of the fucking.
I would guess
population.
that white people are the biggest tricks.
That's what I would have thought too. That's what I would have thought too.
It depends on where you go. Like Vegas.
White people?
I think it all depends on the level too. Like if we're talking like the Venetian.
White
like,
people for sure.
Facts.
Now,
if you're
What's the
talking
Venetian?
about-
What's the Venetian?
That's a nice hotel in Vegas.
Now,
Okay,
if you're
okay.
talking about outside, y'all.
Depends where is what I'm trying to say.
No,
suspect.
that's not the truth.
You're telling me in Atlanta the biggest tricks are Mexicans that go buy bitches
There's
on the street
nowhere to go on the street.
in Atlanta?
Nowhere
I don't
to
know.
go.
I'm not in the
Nowhere
PMIP
to
game.
go.
Okay.
You feel me?
Are we calling Sharp?
Now, he didn't answer.
He didn't answer, okay.
Now, if it's here and you're getting outside, I promise you, bro.
That's crazy if you're buying pussy on Fig. That is crazy. But shout out to people that do it and support
the fuck
sex.
They sure the fuck are, and they paisa as fuck. And sometimes they not. They be super loked out, long socks, all of that. I swear to God.
No, I'm not mad at it.
This is the truth. It's nothing bad, bro. That's cool. Whatever you do, like, at least you're not out here killing people and raping them. Like, whatever you're paying for a service. I cannot be mad at you at all. I'm not mad.
Should
I'm not
be
hating.
legal.
I'm not looking
Should
down
be
upon
legal.
it.
No,
at
I'm
all.
not
It should
saying.
be legal.
I'm definitely bamboozled by the fact that.
It's
but people are.
That's
if you-
crazy. You not from South Central, huh?
No, I'm not from South Central. You get what I'm saying, though?
That's
but
probably why.
But
He's
that's
from downtown, Echo Park.
Yeah, I'm from like the west.
So the
and-
closest shit near you is like Western Koreatown.
No, it's Fig. Oh no, Western
nah.
Korea.
Closest track towards you is Korea.
Yeah, but
Don't give him any ideas.
No, cause I don't.
shit.
No, but you drive. But when you drive, I'm a real LA baby fool. So like, you know.
Aren't some of those hoes around there Transformers?
It depends on us.
On Western
it's like
over
a
there?
certain
Santa
block.
Monica,
It's
Santa
like a
Monica.
certain
That's
block.
that's.
Hollywood. They're definitely.
It's certain portions.
They're transgender.
I've
fool.
driven down that strip and been like, oh, okay, whoa, no, thank you.
I've seen some wild shit in Hollywood, but you see wild shit everywhere.
Just know, Duno, suspect told you. You're,
Shout out all
you're
the
welcome.
OTZ fans that.
Hey, it was crazy.
He's welcome on Fig.
Niggas hanging out the window playing OGZ with Hennessy bottles on a track, bro. It's crazy. I swear to God, with a whole tank, nigga, in the back, loud as fuck, nigga.
Oh my God.
And I could hear it. That motherfucker like,
Look, but I'm not.
No cap.
Look. That's crazy.
I gotta be honest.
calling me. Try calling me.
I gotta be honest.
here.
I like this.
Hey.
I like this group right here. This
We
is
on
funny as
stream,
fuck.
and these niggas got a question for
So, hold on,
you.
let me
Hold
ask
on.
you.
No,
Sorry.
I'm asking.
Okay.
Go
Yeah, you
ahead.
there with advocate.
Church, what's happening with you?
What's good with you, loved one?
Hi, Shar.
Loved one, check this out. In your experience, what is the most common race and demographic of the tricks that you've come across buying pussy on the strip?
White man.
White men.
I said that.
No,
what I
you
said.
didn't.
Yes, I did. I said Vegas.
Thank you, Sharp. Love you.
I said Vegas, the Venetian. Didn't I just say that?
Thank you,
Sharp's a
Sharp.
legend. He's been
I
everywhere.
just said that.
No.
Yeah, Latinos.
Thank
we
you for
got
clarifying.
one.
Just
So
said
hold
that.
on. Let me further contextualize.
No, now say here.
Yeah. So
Nigga.
in Los Angeles, what you've noticed on Fig, is it the same thing or is there a different answer?
It's a little different. I mean, out there it's a little bit more open.
Is there a specific
Do they
race?
look like Duno or not?
Basically, suspect said 90% of them look like Duno.
That's cap, Sharp.
It's not.
Bro, hey, listen, man. No, that's not true.
Sharp. Sharp.
Thank you, Sharp.
Nice. Sharp. You should see the smile on his face right now. He really trying to save you. He really trying to save you, nigga. That's cap.
Damn.
That's cap.
He's a captain saver now.
That's cap.
No.
But then we gotta look too. How old is Sharp and how old am
No,
I?
facts. I'm
And
not mad
then
at
when
you.
he been there and when I been
Okay,
there.
look, this is my take on it though. Look, I think paisas, I definitely think paisas like foods that like from like Mexico that come at an older age and Guatemala. I thought that's what you were gonna say. That one I wouldn't have.
That's true too.
That one-
but it be
that one-
niggas playing OGZ, nigga with Nas tanks in the
Sharp
backseat,
has
too.
spoken. The OG has spoken.
Hey.
The pimp of the year.
Look, that's a nigga. He's just being nice. I know. I talk to that man every day. He tell him the truth. Tell him the truth, Sharp.
It do be though.
No, I'm
Thank
not
you.
mad at.
Tell
I'm
him
not.
the truth, Sharp. Tell him the fucking truth.
I thought he would know that.
He would know that.
I don't buy
He
pussy
would
on
fucking
pig.
know that.
You might not, but much. I bet you got
Your cousins do.
I don't have hella
Your
cousins.
homies do.
My cousins are squares.
Damn, not the primos, fool. That's fucked up.
No, but look, Sharp. No, Sharp.
I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I was definitely bamboozled because I thought it was more like paisa, like Guatemala minivan.
But
Nigga, that shit done changed.
they have
It's changed, nigga.
Okay,
They pull
well-
up playing Jeezy with Hennessy. I'm telling you.
Okay, well, let me talk to the legend real quick.
Paisas buy pussy at casitas. You feel me? Like in their own.
Paisas buy pussy anywhere.
They'll buy
Facts.
pussy in casitas.
Yeah,
if you
I'm
know
not
what
mad
it
at-
is.
I'm
you
not-
know.
Nigga said Sus got humbled by OG. Bitch, I ain't get humbled by shit. He just he just came up here and just attested what the fuck I said. He said they do be
I'm
looking
not
like
mad at
you.
Sus. If you guys think I'm mad at Sus, bro, I'm literally,
speaking the
I'm
truth.
seeing it as a joke because I have so many skits in my head now. You get what I'm saying? I was just testing more waters. I personally have never bought pussy on fake.
Let me ask you.
Yes.
You telling me that you okay? That's you. But you're telling me you don't know people in your circle that's done bought some.
I've never, me personally, a homie has never told me he went on Figure West.
Because you said me personally.
Nah, fuck the street in general.
Fuck that.
Fuck the street.
In general?
In general, buying
What?
pussy.
What?
Yes.
Bro,
Yes.
what? Hong Kong is going
All
stupid,
right
Sharp.
then. All right
Hong
then.
Kong is going crazy.
Them niggas
Look, he
buying
laughed,
pussy.
look.
Thank you. Them niggas buying pussy. You keep trying to play semantics in the street. No, it's you and your people buying pussy. Yes
Okay,
or no?
because all my black homies have been to Hong Kong before and got it cracking.
Cause they tricking. I'm not saying they not.
All of them?
You trying to make
What?
it
I have a gang of black homies when they go to Papa's.
I'm sure
when they go
they
to Papa's,
do.
when they go to Papa's and beer, they've never seen it before. They're like, these bitches look like Kim Kardashian for $100. We're getting it cracking.
I'm sure
I'm
mad at
getting it cracking.
I'm not mad at it, but obviously, it's
I am
in a
getting it
country.
cracking.
Honestly,
That's crazy.
Honestly, if it was in the country of Mexico, so I'm not mad if everybody that's buying pussy there is Mexican. It's like if I were to go to Korea and bitches are, and a bunch of Koreans are buying pussy in Korea, I'm not gonna be like only Koreans.
This is America, sir.
I know. Tijuana is not.
This is America.
Y'all,
They buying pussy right here.
y'all want to move on to the next topic? I think we got
Shout
the
out.
clip.
Yeah, that was
Shout out
that,
to people
that
that
was
pay
amazing.
Sharp and suspects rent.
I think we got the clip.
Thank you, big bro. We appreciate
Did
it.
we get a clip about
Thank you, pimp.
And tell these niggas stop playing with me up here, Sharp.
Van Lathan goes off on Akon for putting down Black Americans.
Huh?
Van Lathan went off
in
on
America. Oh yeah, them niggas gonna be wobbling, pants hanging half down, bored as hell, half asleep,
What happened?
high as hell.
Wait, what's the question? Can you start over?
Africa, we wake up more.
Go back again.
Fuck Akon. I'm saying it right now. Fuck Akon.
Put it again.
When it comes to stage presence. Now in America, oh yeah, them niggas gonna be wobbling, pants hanging half down, bored as hell, half asleep because they high as hell on stage. But Africa, we wake up morning like look at these YouTube clips of all these kids from Uganda and how they be, you know what I'm saying? Like these kids are performers. Like so, for us, it comes natural, you know, like to watch the kids
Can you
from
pause it?
Africa.
I watch documentaries every day, and the good majority of them, bro, we not gonna act like it's not little kids in Uganda doing little dances and shit. But nigga, they got lean problems out there. That's on my mama. I watched the
It's
whole
called
fights.
it's called Bronx-Clear. Yeah.
Nigga, they got Bronx-Clear addictions. They got like with like big ass garbage waste, like landfills. They get high off like the glues in the landfill.
Now,
Like, it's
now
all
keep in
type
mind a lot
shit
of
that
that's
they're doing.
A lot of that's the effects of globalization in Western
I get that,
society.
but don't just act like niggas is holier than thou in Africa, and then they come here and just be sagging. Bro, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Niggas is modern as fuck in Africa. Them niggas is gang banging. They doing all type of shit in Africa. You trying to talk about the small, specific ones that's doing little dances and skirts and shit. That's cap, nigga. Them niggas out there gang banging and killing motherfuckers. Nigga, short sleeve, long sleeve, Blood Diamond, you ain't never seen that? Where they cut niggas off arms for political parties and shit? Don't act like it's just all glitz and glamour over there.
I
Nigga,
think
that's
that
cap.
at the end of the day,
And then this another thing though, growing up, black Africans do look at you as less than, and like I had a what is it? I had a Nigerian friend, right? And a nigga took me to his crib one day, and then we left like after 30 minutes to an hour. We was chilling like after school playing Xbox type shit. You feel me? And then I leave, And then the nigga tell me like, yeah, bro, like my parents, like they look at y'all as like a different subspecies. Like they look at y'all as lazy and y'all take everything for granted. Y'all lazy as fuck. Y'all dirty, et cetera, et cetera. And then they look at Africans as like we clean, X, Y, and Z. Like they look at us as like a whole different race.
You know what?
Fuck Akon.
Basically, his statement is a big generalization.
Like a motherfucker.
Because you could look at either culture and point to the positive aspects and negative aspects. Mm-hmm. You can't just like make a blanket statement to that degree.
Ain't this the same nigga who came to America robbing banks, stealing cars, talking about I'm locked up?
Now,
get your weird ass up out of here, bitch.
Up on
Fuck
that
Akon. That just pissed me off, bro.
No, but that's like every culture. It's kind of like Mexicans from Mexico don't really consider us Mexican.
What Akon's done,
that's
amazing.
Different, though. That's a little out because y'all just came here. We don't even know them niggas. Like, you could still track your lineage. Like, we don't even know them niggas, bro. I ain't never been to Africa, nigga. You been to Mexico. That's different. So I think them looking at y'all a little
There's
different.
more of a cultural connect between.
Y'all have a
because we're only 2 hours away.
Connection.
That's facts.
And I feel like that's a little crazy. Like, your grandparents look at you like not Mexican. Bro, we're not African. No. I'm not African.
No, I'm talking about.
You feel me?
Nah, but real talk, shouts to Akon for the amazing things he's done for Africa and
that's facts, but
the power he's restored. Like he literally has provided electricity and water and power.
That's facts. He did a lot of good for
huge, like millions of people.
American Africans.
But yeah, for him to turn around.
He's
and say
African.
Yes.
Yeah, he's from Africa.
He's from Africa.
But for him to turn around and say that is a little bit funny and it's kind of sad to see the disconnect and like between Africans and Black Americans. There seems to be a lot of
we different, Duno. The blackest nigga from America not gonna look like the blackest nigga from Africa.
Oh, no, I can tell.
We just not gonna look the same.
You guys speak differently too.
Even that, but that's gonna come with just growing up in different
they have
areas.
different dialects and shit.
We just don't look like them. Like just our darkest people are not gonna look like Africans. We just different. We're not.
But the thing is, like,
do Laura look like an African to you?
The same way, the same way.
No, that just looks like a dark-skinned black
But the same way that and I've heard this from a lot of Africans, look at and stereotype Americans,
thugs and bums.
But a lot of people in America do the same thing to them. So it goes both ways, and that shit's not cool on either side of the spectrum.
I'm the captain now.
What we miss? Y'all two laughing and shit. What we miss?
Because Josh would just start laughing, but he tried to hide his fucking laugh. He laughed in his palm.
Josh, are you laughing about black issues between African and American blacks?
I'm not laughing between those issues. I'm just laughing on Suspect's take on Laura. That was a bold statement.
It's just the truth. She don't look like an African. She just looks like a dark skin.
No, but he looked. No, but look, he looked to make sure she wasn't paying attention. He literally went like this and would put his hand in his palm and start laughing.
I definitely get what you're saying, but do you feel like, even like I've seen like a lot of videos where like light-skinned black men shit on like darker black women. Is that like kind of what they're doing to you guys?
I've always dealt with those.
My bad. Yes, and I think that stems from white people. That stems from them, nigga, because our black asses, now look, a nigga that looked like me, I was gonna be in the house, for sure. I was gonna be in the house sweeping and cleaning. I'm gonna keep it buck. I was gonna be in the house sweeping and cleaning. Now, Gina and Laura, they might be outside.
Gina's not outside.
Yes.
I see Django.
Yes, they might be outside.
I'm definitely fucking a slave owner's son.
They gonna be outside. She gonna die. And then the wife is gonna kill you.
I'm not picking
Now look, now that happened from
I'm in the house with it.
They treated us differently. So that's where the light skin and the dark skin shit stems from. Because the dark niggas in the field is looking at the light skin ones in the house like, oh, they think they too good for us. And that's where that
Duno, look up the Willie Lynch theory, like in the indoctrination of what Willie Lynch
No.
That breaks everything he's saying. That breaks it down.
I'm very familiar with slavery. I love history. Not the fact that slavery happened, but
beyond
history in general.
Africans.
But what I'm saying is like, how let's just say he's African, right? The way he's talking about black Americans. Do you think that's kind of like the way, like, or
absolutely
like light-skinned black men from America talk about black girls from America, like more darker skin?
It's a little different.
Or if you think it's more like jokes and just talking shit?
Nah, it'd be serious.
Okay,
I just think it's just slightly different.
Just slightly different.
Because it's for them, it's culture. For us, it's how motherfuckers get treated that it build envy in you. Not saying me, like a dark-skinned person might look at a light-skinned person different.
You talking about the root.
Of how they get treated. Yeah, I'm saying the root.
The root.
Because of how they get treated. Or not, even like in the classroom or like niggas some simple shit. Like when I'm walking down the street, white people don't cross the street when they see me. But on God, they might cross the street, they see a black ass nigga. And that'll make the black ass nigga in turn look at me different.
They be mad at
you. What I'm saying?
Okay, no, I get what you're saying.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
But look, so let's say like we all went to these American schools, right?
Yes.
We've all had those African math teachers or political science teachers. It was African, Nigerian. In those classrooms, they used to talk down on us. Like they'll talk to us fucking crazy. Now, granted, we under 17, we 16, we middle school, we high school. I went to a badass school. I went to Henry Clay in Washington. So yeah, we was badass
the
kids.
whole name, you could have just said Washington.
But no, Henry Clay and Washington. Henry Clay's in middle school, Washington High school.
Okay.
But they used to like talk to us fucking crazy. But now at some point, we gotta take some sort of accountability because we used to treat those teachers differently.
Whoa.
And even when those students would come, what did we used to call the darker students? African booty scratchers. We used to always roast them kids. We used to always treat them like they wasn't like, equal to us. If they dressed differently or wore like weirder clothes.
To Latinos when they first came.
Like we did fucked up shit to those.
I'm from Africa. I'm from Crenshaw Mafia. You feel me? Like in Boys in the Hood, they were like,
we definitely
like a whole scene. Like
we did it. Like it's kind of like, so I have like a homegirl, right? If I have a homegirl that came here at an older age already, I worked with her at Puerto Loco on Crenshaw and Vernon, and in the seventh. I worked with her when we were 16, 15, right? Mm-hmm. But they don't speak English. They came from Mexico at an older age. And they used to be like, damn, why do the black people treat us like that but not the other Mexicans? And the other Mexicans would assume it would be like us being born, raised in LA. And I'm like...
The black Mexicans?
No, well, I mean, is that what it's called?
Like the cool Mexicans. We got to use the cool Mexicans. It was the cool white boys.
You can't just be a cool Mexican. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
You know what I mean.
I'm joking. Damn. But it's kind of like...
Because that's what you say. You'd be like, is it a Mexican or a black Mexican?
Yeah, I don't say that.
That's what we do.
That's what niggas
okay, I get what you're saying.
Right.
So like my school is primarily Mexican. So if there was a black person, they definitely got it, just like how the Latinos got it when they went to Crenshaw. And I would hear shit like, okay, throw milk. Like, I was like, why don't you fight them? Mm-hmm. And they'll be like, oh, because then they, just certain shit,
They're getting bullied, basically.
Oh, most definitely,
no,
yeah.
This is facts. My pops used to tell me stories in the 80s all the time that like when y'all first came into schools, niggas like 4'11", hella deep, getting bullied and shit.
Yeah,
and then they round up together and now you have Serrano. And you're not fucking with them. You get what I'm saying? Like but that's how it goes. Same thing with like Cambodians in Long Beach and shit. Like when you migrate here, when you're just from a different place, that's just gonna happen. And, you know what I'm saying? When you migrate,
that's why gangs form.
Different
literally,
facts. You know what I'm saying? So they form and they end up protecting themselves, and then they just gonna go at everybody.
And even black gangs formed because white people were fucking with it.
But especially like in cities like Inglewood and South Central, where it's predominantly black and black people, and Latinos migrated to, it's kind of like, you see stories about the 80s and the 90s. You ask anybody, any South Central, Inglewood, or like certain parts of like city like that, south of LA, and I don't even like saying that because that just sounds corny, but South Central, like Latinos were outnumbered, and that's how a lot of shit started. But
and now there's more Latinos in Compton than there are black people.
But that's Watts. But that's like when you go to, like, I grew up in Echo Park, but there's a section called Historic Filipino Town.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure when the Filipinos got there, I'm pretty sure Latinos, majority Mexican, were probably treating them like shit. You know what I mean? It just happened. Yeah.
Even if you think about, like, when the riots and stuff used to happen, it was always blacks against Hispanics.
Yep.
That's always been a thing. So
blacks against Hispanics, blacks against Asians. You feel me? Like all that, yeah.
The grade school, like the schools was always segregated by race.
The thing is also, like, when we're looking at like this whole conversation, especially in regards to Africa
and America and the comparisons. America, we have such a elitist perspective, and we only see within our bubble. The rest of the world views us and each other through a very different lens. You know what I'm saying? Like there's way more commonality between the UK and the rest of Europe and Africa and all these other cultures, the Middle East, with each other than with us. We're like we're an anomaly compared to the rest of the world. So they all look at our subcultures, the way we interact, the people of any ethnic background that are raised here under a completely different scope.
I would agree.
No, but yeah, that happens like I mean, Shay, you're a little older than us, so I can only imagine like when you went to school, it was probably way more. Me, Gina, and Suspect, it was probably a little less common. But
I went to school, it was already all Mexicans.
What's fucked up though is all races do it. Like
everybody definitely has segregated a whole different race by, and maybe it wasn't just racism. We just didn't know any better.
LA's been
People
always
just didn't know any better.
we're in a Mexican city. Always has been. Regardless, certain regions might have had more.
But that's what I'm.
But where I grew up, West LA, was always predominantly Latino. Now there's less Mexicans than ever before.
And there's
I think
whites.
shit be so segregated, right? Because I used to hang out with Mexicans for a certain time, in maybe in ninth grade. Like all my friends was Hispanic and shit like that, and then the niggas would be like, "You're so Mexican ass nigga."
Yes,
so that make you wanna only fuck with your people because you're not finna call me this old Mexican ass nigga when I don't have no problem with them, and you just made me damn near had to choose and pick because I don't want you to be calling me a Mexican ass nigga. You get what I'm saying? Like niggas will tell you that if you Mexican hanging with niggas, this old black ass Mexican nigga. For sure.
And to be honest, I've never been. People be like, "Oh, he tries to act black," or "Oh, he tries to act Mexican." I've never really been accepted by my own people. From the time I was young, I predominantly kicked it outside of my race to the point where
look at you making it about you. I'm just kidding.
You like Malibu's Most Wanted?
We're like, no.
Nah, he was kicking it with squares too.
if you look at sure, okay.
Oh, you didn't like the Malibu Wanted, Joe?
No, it's just that doesn't make sense at all. Because that dude, literally, in that
Bill Glove
movie,
was down with the bitches and hoes.
Anyways,
Gina.
All right.
Les was talking about his fucking racial problems.
No, it's all good.
Go ahead.
No, we're done. It's all good.
Oh my God.
We're done.
You, bro.
We're done. It's all good. Yeah.
Lush, you can't get mad, Lush.
I'm not mad.
You're definitely mad.
No, my life was like Malibu's Most Wanted. Tell me more.
But yeah, no,
that was good.
No, but it definitely happens with a lot of people. I mean, it happens with every race, but even when black folks went to school with us, it was like they were predominantly fucking. It was like 95% fucking Mexican and then or Latino and then 2%. But we did that to our own people. We used to do that to the paisas from Salvador that weren't raised in America and came here at the age of 16, 17. We used to do that with the Guatemalans. We used to do that with the Mexicans. That's just the way life is, bro. But I could only imagine you guys having to choose from because we did it mostly with our own culture. But imagine you guys being raised in a city where
people are always gonna find
where it's mixed, where it's kind of like 50-50.
That's why, like I had said when we first started talking about it, most of my growing up, I want to say up until maybe just elementary, my friends that I was the closest to were Hispanic. Shout out to Monique, best friend from 3rd grade. We still cool to this day. She was a Hispanic girl. And I remember people used to be like, "Oh, here Gina come with her Mexican friend." That was a thing that,
and that's literally
But
before.
would you guys get mad?
That's literally that's literally.
Well, remind you, my mom taught me that race is not
so that mentality was well, fuck you. Okay.
Yeah,
But
in my mind, it was huh? What's wrong with her?
That's what I was about to say. Same thing happened to me. White folks were like, "Oh,
he brought it back."
You literally were just.
I think we all do that.
Literally, I don't know why I'm getting singled out here. It's kind of weird.
Josh, come save him.
It's kind of weird, but all right.
Oh, fool,
Go ahead.
Oh, no. Fool, you're putting the old head car right now, fool. We're all talking shit in County. Me and Suspect just had a disagreement about who buys more pussy. And then none of us are hurt because we're obviously just having a discussion. But I get what you're saying, Les.
I'm literally not able to get a sentence out. What the fuck? This is retarded.
We're joke. Okay, but the majority of people were getting mad because you were kicking it mostly with Latinos and blacks?
Yeah, I was never accepted by my own race as a result.
You had to, because what are you, Italian? Italian?
Yeah.
What Italians was you hanging out with in West LA?
But there's not. But like white people don't. White people don't separate like that. You're either like white or not. You feel me?
You
Like
either are white or color.
I think. White
people.
That's cap. Irish people are not playing that shit. Italians are not playing that shit.
Russians
you talking
are
about
not
Americans
out here? There's not enough.
Well, maybe we mean East Coast. Maybe my back. I'm well traveled.
There's not enough of like
here. Maybe they just all
white people. White
pop.
people. Yeah. If
but what
anything,
area did you grow up in?
The West Side, West LA. But like that's the thing. There might be a separation. I went to Uni High. I went to Webster Middle School. Like West LA, West LA. There might be a difference between like Jewish people might separate. You feel me? Like Middle Eastern people might separate. They're not white. You feel me? Armenians might separate.
What's what, during those years when you was in high school? What was the majority? Like as far as race?
Latino. 100%. At my middle school, and my elementary school, high school, majority Latino.
It ain't been majority niggas.
But there's also, but like where I went to high school.
No cap. Mexicans been winning since the 90s.
But where I went to high school, also there's a lot
they
of
just
like,
keep respawning.
It's like people bust in from all over the city. There's a lot of black kids in my school. There's a lot of different races. But I always like the white people that I grew up with never really fucked with me because I didn't fuck with them like that. And there's in the west side of LA, especially at that time, there's racial division and there's like racist white gangs. You feel me? Like
it's a little better
y'all
now.
Seen American
but
History X? There's like literally there's like Peckerwood gangs and shit like that. I didn't fuck with. So
it's definitely better now. Like even I know Suspect's only like 2-3 years older than me, but I think even the difference there, like my sister went to one of my sisters, she went to like Palisades in Park Revere, and when she told me they used to have like the black and Mexicans getting down in the bathroom. I was like, oh shit, we never had that, obviously because we're predominantly, but I remember the homies that went to like Locke and Washington and Jefferson, and they were Mexican. They'll be like, oh yeah, we had to squabble the black food. Like it wasn't even like at some point, yeah, it did turn into hood shit, but at some point it was just like that. But I remember like one of my good homies like in middle school, and I grew up in like when he says predominantly Mexican, I grew up in a predominantly Latino like area. Like this is where like. You feel me?
And it's crazy that you said that. 6th grade, I went to school downtown.
You went to school downtown? Where'd you go?
Oh, yeah.
What was the name of the school?
Do we got the audio?
Oh, did you go to...
Oh, shit. All right, we're going back to woman beating? Because fuck, we had it.
Gervonta Davis, victim, placed frantic 911 call stating he's going to blank me.
Is this from the same incident or is this a different incident?
Can we hear it?
Please help me. Please help me. Be a transfer for Parkland. It's pinging at. I need help, please. I'm trying to go home. I have my baby in the car and he attacked me in front of the kids.
Okay, ma'am, repeat the address.
Messing up my tires.
Ma'am.
I need help, please.
Ma'am, repeat the address. I need to send units to you. I need the address.
Please help me. He's gonna kill me.
Ma'am, what's the address?
Please.
I can't send.
This is Parkland.
Okay, ma'am, what cell phone number are you calling from?
Please help me.
Ma'am, what cell phone
Bitch.
number are you calling from?
The address.
Hello?
Please help me. Please help me. Be a transfer for Parkland. It's pinging at. I need help, please. I'm trying to go home. I have my. Please help me. I want to go home. Please help me.
Hello, ma'am.
Can you please send help?
Oh, this is the same audio.
I'm in danger right now.
It's the same one.
That's not.
Nah, that's a different one. She just keeps saying the same shit.
Oh, she called again?
Please, I need to go home.
Ma'am, who are you having an argument with?
I need to go home, please.
This doesn't really show us anything, to be honest with you.
Yeah, she just said.
I don't get why we're.
I don't hear his voice whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't get why we're
getting attacked. Nothing.
I honestly don't get why we're listening to this right now.
I just hear her talking about please. I don't hear him.
But was that a different incident, or is that a call from the incident?
It's the one.
That's the call from the incident.
Okay.
Which is why we're listening to it right
now. No, I just don't really. It didn't really make sense, but.
I mean, she is screaming for help, so it do make sense, but it don't mean that he did something though, because I don't hear him.
Yeah, that honestly doesn't prove anything.
It don't prove nothing, but she's definitely in
duress.
In distraught.
Yeah.
She's definitely in distraught. But at the same time, though, I don't think that's the word. But at the same time, like, It be bitches that be lying and just be causing scenes. Like, you ain't never seen the bitch, like, just grab the phone and just cry on cue and then hang up the phone and be like, you finna go to jail?
That's what I'm saying. That doesn't really prove, that don't really show anything to me. But, however, regardless, I'm not going to victim blame, and I'm not
either. That just didn't prove nothing because I ain't hear him do shit.
I'm just saying that specific clip doesn't really add any credence to
niggas is innocent until proven guilty. No cap.
But I believe that.
This is America.
At the same time, though. At the same time, it's looking shaky for bruh. Porn man in the house.
Hey, Adam.
Hi, Adam.
Deuce. Mentality in the building.
Do the lupe. Do the lupe.
Hit your lupe?
Hit your lupe.
Yeah,
what's the next topic, Josh?
I hope she gets the help she needs, and I hope she gets away from his abusive ass.
All right, you guys. Thank y'all for coming to our pimp conversations.
Yeah.
Our women beating conversations.
Pimps and race wars.
No, this is a good one.
This was fire. Discussion. This is hella tight.
We figured out that people that look like me buy the most pussy.
Man, they do, dog.
That was the funniest shit ever. I swear to God, because I'm trying to imagine it.